Greetings, user. Neural link established. Ready for takeoff.
And hello, everyone. Welcome to the Osuvania 4Q World Cup 2020 Grand finals. We've got a really big match coming up here, as all of you saw, or most of you saw from our pregame show. I am Stupid Man, joined by the one, the only Shoegazer. How are you doing today?
What a time! What a journey!
This is Did you expect this grand finals? Because I didn't at all.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. When I saw Brazil's performance against Japan in finals, my heart dropped. Not only because Brazil lost, but also because based on their performance against Japan in finals, I was really worried that Brazil's going to lose to South Korea in grand finals, losers bracket finals rather.
Right, absolutely.
And when I saw the result, when I woke up, I completely lost it. I think I woke up my entire family.
I remember I had a really bad sleep schedule that day, so I unfortunately missed out on the match. But I remember waking up and I checked my phone and I'm like, what? Like, no way, that's real. Like, what? So that's
completely freaked out. I was like, my God, what happened? And then I looked at the scores and I was like, wow, Lotus popped off.
Nah, and here we are. I mean, we've got Japan versus Brazil in grand finals, and like this is, Japan's hasn't been in top 3 since 2015, and now they're in grand finals. Keep in mind, they're coming from the winners bracket too.
Yes, so they have a bracket reset opportunity. So Brazil has to win 2 matches against Japan to actually win the whole thing. Yes, in a row, which means they have to get a total of 14 points against Japan.
That is a tall order.
That is a tall order over a span of probably about 3.5-4 hours in total.
Right. That's beyond a marathon at that point. That's
beyond a marathon. Entirely. That is like an average session for an Osumania player is about 2.5 hours long. So you're basically playing 2 sessions, and they're probably going to play a little bit beforehand as well. So you're playing
they have to warm up.
Sessions.
I mean, especially when you're looking at the finals map pool, there's no way you can't warm up beforehand. That's just not possible. Yeah,
there's absolutely zero way. Maybe you can warm up with the SVs, but you cannot warm up with the rice maps, the maps, the hybrids. Absolutely not.
So yeah, this is. I'm just really interested to see how these teams are going to play, because this isn't just going to be a test of like how well they are at the map pool, because like the last finals match they had, that was only 1 match and it was pretty close. So
it was very close.
That said, we did get a little hint a little bit earlier, maybe about 10 minutes ago, Juan Crystal saying that, you know, this Brazil that we're going to see today is not going to be the Brazil from last week. Japan likewise. And I completely subscribe to that. Like I think that is 100% true. And we're really going to have to see how these teams are going to play today, because it's going to be different. It's definitely going to be different. And the results, I think, at this point are going to be completely unexpected. I don't have an expected result for this match. I don't have a pick 'em.
Yes, I have no expectations for this either. On the note where you talked about how like this Brazil this week is not the same Brazil that Japan faced last week, something really interesting actually happened during the week between like the finals week and grand finals week. Guilherme Zat, I believe, and Andre as well, came to like this agreement where like Brazil is going to play in the morning, which is 1 UTC right now. They decided to play in the morning because they wanted Andre and Lotus to play at their very best condition, because it's expected for them to actually do better in the morning than at night. But the problem is, here's the big trade-off. Japan does really good. Japan is really good at night.
All of their night matches have been like insanely good performance.
And yes, and there's that. And right now, as of right now, it is 10 p.m. in Japan. Also, do you remember this warm-up?
I don't remember it because this is not Intel's map. This is Gil's.
True. That is true. That is entirely true.
I like how he fires back with this one.
I love this. Like, actually, I believe that Gil actually mentioned in the chat, I believe last week, telling Intel like, hey, I actually made a map for this some time ago. It'd be really funny if we actually warm up with this. And guess what?
Here we are.
Here we are.
Oh, this is great.
Dude, I'm like almost I'm almost convinced that like Gil made it to grand finals almost because of this alone.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be something. Oh my god! Intel! Look at the chat. Let's go. Oh my god!
See you, and Dusky there.
And Dusky.
Okay, this is great.
Kelly, GTA, and Andre Seabach, Cat, Selfie, MWC, so score about. What a shame. God damn it, you. Wow, M-Dust is popping off. M-Dust is popping off.
It's good that everyone's a good sport here in the lobby. That's hard to come by, honestly. So
This
it's
is
really
like-
good to see this.
I believe that both teams have very, very massive respect for each other. Like,
Right, yeah.
like I think a lot of the teams were rooting for South Korea to be eliminated because they were very, very, very scared of them. Not to say that like they have bad relationships with the South Korean team at all,
Right.
but the Brazilian team does have a much stronger friendship.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie. At least after playing South Korea, I really gained a lot of respect for them. Like, I think a lot of the players there, you'll come to mind, especially. He seems like a really, really cool guy.
Yo is very cool. The composition,
Transcendence.
Nazuka, the composition, the Hot Fury,
Zeros and Kalka.
yes, all of those players are.
Yeah,
so,
they're really
they're all really nice to talk to. Like after I was talking to them after the Brazil versus South Korea match. Afterwards, I was telling them how well they did, and they really did well. Like they really did well, especially given the time that they have to play.
Absolutely, yeah.
In the morning. I believe it's in the morning. Yeah, in the morning. And they were all very thankful, and they were all very happy.
Right.
And,
yeah, that's really good to hear.
yeah. Oh my god, this back.
Why
oh my
did
god.
he Oh, Gil.
I love you, Gil. I love you, Gil.
Just give me the background. I'll make it. Oh, Gil. Oh.
He actually wanted more anime girls, man.
He stretched it so far.
That's the point.
Okay, that's fair.
That is fair. It's Gil. I mean, the only problem I have with this map so far is the fact that the difficulty name is not COVID-19. All right. This map is actually it's actually a lot easier than Intel's villain virus, I'd say. I've actually seen this map before. It's quite a bit easier. It's a fair bit trickier, but it's still like well, I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not gonna say the result because I don't really have any expectations. But this is definitely less demanding than Intel's version that you can see right here. All core jacks.
It's mostly just broken junction a little bit, I guess, and sensors here. Okay.
Quite tricky, though.
This is
quite
cool.
tricky.
Interesting.
49.
I'm surprised you can take a song like this and make it this kind of like broken jump stream in a way. Like,
oh yeah.
Because it's very consistent. You know, I would imagine the kind of map that I play for this would be akin to other villain viruses I've played, but you know, where there's a lot more monotonous has got a bad connotation to it, but it's more like consistent patterning throughout. Whereas here, I mean, it is consistent, but there's a lot more variation.
Yes. I believe Gil actually took a very long time to actually map this, not only because of how long it is, it's 4 minutes and 25 seconds, but again, the variation technique that you're talking about. This song is very, I wouldn't say monotonous, but it definitely leads itself to something that's a lot less dynamic.
Right.
And like he took a really long time to make this, and I'm kind of glad the end product of this. It's not the best thing in the world because the song kind of sucks, but
you gotta do Camellia like that. Come on! Oh my god!
Oh wait, this is by Camellia. More reason to dunk on it. Let's go! Let's go!
Okay. Well, and Kovario as well. Let's not forget.
Kovario is pretty cool. I like Kovario.
Yeah. Okay. I this song is a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. Maybe that's
that's fair. Okay, this part is actually kind of tricky, and wow, Intel's
those mini
they're really hard. They're really hard.
Man. Actually, okay, we've got. Okay, I'm very surprised that the one player holding an FC right now, I believe it's an FC, is
It's Sleep Girl. Yes, Sleep Girl, yes. Again, this map isn't really too hard. It's just very, very tricky, and especially for sight read. I assume that they're sight reading, otherwise Intel and AMD
Right.
wouldn't be flipping out because of this. But even then, yes. Again, this is not representative of their performances, hopefully. But okay, this part is actually kind of tricky. Also,
the short LNs can be. I think they, at least right here, they can lend themselves some trickiness.
yes, yes.
It seems like they're all handling themselves pretty well, though.
Yeah.
It's actually nice to see that AMD is keeping composure, because I think in the past he might not have been like.
Yeah.
You might have not had the strongest accuracy here.
Yeah, over like the past 2 years, Deskia has really improved at to become like a really all-rounded player. It's not to say that like he's like completely all-rounded now, a la JH League Girl or Intelizer, but like he's a lot more robust now. I mean, we can make a driver joke here, but I won't. But the thing is that I really think that like, Deskia can really hold his own when it comes to hybrids now, which is really important for a map pool like this, where there's so many hybrids. There's Violent Arcade, Great Big Band. Keaton's will probably die, but where's the other?
Violent Arcade, just in my mind, stands out as the one where he'd have the biggest advantage.
Yes,
it's mostly Rice, and there's a little bit of short, long note sections in there, and I think those actually lend his skill set very well.
Yes.
Whereas, I mean, you mentioned Heathens and
Big Band,
well,
Big Band and Saihate, yeah.
Yeah, I think those three, at least Break Big Band might lend to him well, but if you look at Saihate, you look at Heathens, those would be really hard for a player like him. But that said, Japan has a player to fill in for.
Yeah, Kuke is the fill-in player for that. And he is so good. He's another player like Deskia. I'm so glad they've gotten so much better over time. Kuke actually struggled a lot.
Sleek Girl, 17-200s on the
Hey, Sleek Girl, doing pretty good.
I'm actually really surprised that Sleek Girl outperformed AMD and Intel both on the 200 count. That's actually really nice to see.
I believe that Intelizer dropped a lot of 200s on the 1-3 section, which is completely fair. But
and with the mini jacks as well, that's very hard to hit. But that's really solid from JH Sleek Girl. So definitely props to them.
I think they're gonna warm up with SB. I think. Oh no! Oh my god! Not this song!
So the last time this map appeared on stream was in 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
2015. Wait, no. You're right. I picked this. I picked this map as a free mod pick. And Intelizer, if I know what I think he's doing, boy.
No way.
FLHR?
I'm not gonna spoil it. Let's find out.
Oh my god! Please! Okay, I want to see it.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was in that position, I would not put any mods on, just because I would want to like get adjusted to my specific reading before the match. I really would not want risking trying to read, something very different.
That is completely fair. That's completely fair. But Intelizer, I don't think Intelizer knows what a lowered speed mod is. That's kind of the problem. Like, Intelizer doesn't care if he plays on 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever. As long as it's lower than 22, he would destroy anything.
As long as it's between the numbers 1 and 22, I think he would be fine.
That is, yes, exactly that. I wonder if Intel's gonna play what I hope he plays. But regardless,
let's find out.
Let us find out. I really want to see this.
We might see a huge flex here.
I want to see the flex, but hey, here's the thing. Even if he doesn't flex, Intel still has the top score on this by some distance.
Yeah, I should mention. Okay, I don't think we're seeing it. Which is fine. I totally respect it. But here's the deal. Yeah. You mentioned how he's not going to flex, but I have a hunch he is probably still going to flex, but in a different department.
Yes, I really want to see this. I really want to see this. Deskia with the epic 200 note solo right here. All right, here we go.
There we are.
Yes, like you said, I really want to see Intel crush this, because his score is so insane. Given OD9 is pretty tight, like 1 millisecond, 2 milliseconds tighter than score V1, but even then, this is still really hard, and it's still up his alley.
Right, but that said, Lotus has the higher accuracy right now. 99.94. Oh, this could be very interesting.
Well, let's see if it goes up. Let's see.
We will see. We will see. I think once we get towards the latter half of the map, the stamina is going to kick in. There's a lot of one-handed drills.
Patterns are going to be harder.
Really hard. Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. I think this is also worth talking about Japan's consistency in general. We will talk about Brazil later on, but Japan's consistency is something to behold. AM Duskia, probably the best stamina jump stream player in the tournament right now, at least in my opinion. I'm not sure if you agree with that. Maybe Orochi might be a little better, but
I would say I would lend that to some of the Korean players, maybe Orochi as well.
At least remaining.
Remaining right now, absolutely. It's between these two teams, I think bar none and AMD for sure has the upper hand here in terms of stamina. And I think that is something that we're going to need to be looking out for when it comes to picks and bans here, because he's an extremely dangerous player.
He's an extremely dangerous player. He can play pretty much half the pool, and he will be so integral. You'll probably see him match Intelizer in a few picks, even beat Intelizer in a few picks. Last week, AM Duskia actually destroyed Inteliza's score in Battle Arcade. AM Duskia actually had an FC with 21,200. Oh no! Intel, no!
I was gonna mention just before that real quick. Intel's accuracy was just only climbing, and Lothus's accuracy is just deteriorating very, very slightly. That said, Lothus still has a 99.9, which is huge on this map. And even with the miss, Intel was 99.83. He was only a 99.95 just before that miss, and that's still huge. Yeah.
What?
I'm not kidding.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
My eyes did not deceive me there.
That is so gross. Alright. Kruke. I'm not gonna say the name, but Kruke is another player that is really, really good. You probably see him in most of the maps, probably SVs, hybrids, and some of the white picks. I would say that he's like a notch below AM Duskia and Intelizer, but he'll still be a very strong player. And again, you might see him as like the top, maybe like second best or best player in the room. Intelizer needs no introduction, right?
I think easily like one of the most recognizable names in Osimania right now, and has been for the past 5 years plus, more than that. I mean, even his influence and skill in other rhythm games has definitely made a name for himself outside of Osimania as well. So definitely needs an introduction there. One of the, I would say probably one of the, maybe this is too cliche, but one of the greatest players.
He is. There's no hyperbole. He is one of the best rhythm game players of all time. He's an all-rounded rhythm game player. He was the best 9-key player at one point. And
that is true, yeah.
And he is one of the best 4-key act players, and probably one of the best 4-key players, period, right now, in terms of all-roundedness. He is so good at everything.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I cannot.
His like 7-key and 8-key scores too are extremely good. Looking at other rhythm games too, like his 8-key scores specifically, for the time that he played those scores or played those charts, like his scores were extremely good, and he just takes that skill set, he takes that consistency, and he transfers it over to Osimania 4-key, and just look at him go right now. He's got a miss. Keep in mind, he's got a miss. He almost has a 99.9 with a miss. He has a higher accuracy than Lothus with a miss, and is outscoring Lothus as well with that.
AM Duskia, hey! AM Duskia, let's go!
Did he get the... Whoa.
Let's go!
99.9 from AMD.
Let's go!
Okay, these are three... Wow. Okay. Let's... Lothus, Intel, and AMD all just crushed that. Like, absolutely crushed it. These are scores that are easily within, like, top 10 territory. Top five on this map. This is a map that is loved.
It's one of the most popular. It's one of the most popular love maps. It's one of the most popular love maps in the game, and those scores will probably be in top 5 in the leaderboard. Intelizer already has the top. Lothus already has the top. AMD is already at the top. Also, we have the Rose coming right up.
Very close.
Wow, Intelizer dodging the special number.
That by one.
By one. All right. With that, Intel will be banning. Okay, Japan will be banning first, and they'll be picking first. Brazil will be banning second. Japan's ban should be really obvious, I think.
It's gonna be obvious as well. I'm gonna predict dance number right now.
Yeah, dance number. Yep. Watch him do the bamboozle. Watch him do the bamboozle.
No. There you go. Okay. I mean that's fair. That's
completely fair. That's like easily their best ban.
It
like
is the best ban.
And Andre, Brazil bans F-Zero Arbitrator. We're going to see a reaction. We're also going to see a reaction from AM Duskia real quick. Probably not.
Maybe not. Maybe he braced himself for this.
Yeah, he did.
Wow. Okay, they have to be feeling confident on this.
They really have to be confident about this. So, last week, Brazil actually picked this map against Japan, and Japan beat Brazil by about 30k.
Yeah. Okay,
That was...
This is already a huge curveball pick. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Yeah. This is a really, really scary pick. Like, given their performance against South Korea, they did... Like, Brazil did absolutely phenomenal against Japan on real against South Korea. They did so well on real life. Like, they destroyed Japan's total score on it. But the problem is Japan played at a time that doesn't really play to their advantage. So this is like huge. Brazil has to be super confident in this pick. Otherwise, like, Japan is going to sweep the floor again against Brazil on a break point. So I don't like this pick very much, but hey, if Brazil wins this, that's a major confidence booster. That is a statement.
I think my take on this pick is that they're going into it knowing like they have the confidence. They have the confidence to pick this early on, which means they're going to have some. I'm expecting some pretty solid scores from them, and considering how they played this extremely well against South Korea, I would not be surprised at all if they played it really, really well here. And that said, I don't necessarily think this is a bad pick because it is risky. But let's say this game goes the distance. I don't think Japan would go for this, and there's really no point in leaving it open beyond that. If Japan's never going to pick it and Brazil has to, they may as well get it out of the way. I think that's a fair point in a way.
That's fair. I don't fully agree with the reasoning, but again,
I personally don't either. But then, Brazil has a history of making these kinds of picks and winning them.
Right. So, that's completely fair. But again, this is still pretty scary. Andre drops. But it's really, really early on, so it's not too bad. But again, the map is so long, and the hard parts are in the choruses and in the guitar solo after the second chorus. And Andre column walked in the first chorus and got about 20 misses. So keep an eye on that. And
here's another thing too. Despite that miss, I'm not at all worried about Brazil's position right now because looking at Intel's accuracy, he actually has the lowest in the entire, or nearly the entire lobby. Shoot right now.
Yeah,
I think he maybe dropped 200s or 100s, maybe something. Probably 200s.
Yeah, 200s.
And like you mentioned, this is not the hardest part of the map. And once we get
right here.
Exactly. First chorus here.
Like Q is usually good at sustaining combo, so the low action
crushing this too.
Ooh, oh my god. Please. I do not want anyone to break here. This is... Wow! What is good? Oh my god!
Let's just say that this is exceeding my expectations. I was expecting someone, somewhere... Oh my god.
How are they not breaking?
Okay. Let's just pause for a second, right? This is a very, very tiny score lead still. And... Okay.
It's not too much of a lock. He missed twice.
Yeah,
so Andre,
he has to climb the 400 combo still. The leader is going to go to Brazil, but
that's true.
This is going to be way too close to call.
Yeah.
There's still one more part of the map where
two or three.
One part specifically where the LN one-hand trills, the inverse.
Right. That's very
fast. So
yeah.
I want to say Brazil has the upper hand there.
The lead is getting a bit smaller. Someone drop a few 200s. All right, second chorus. I'm really worried about this because this is still really easy to combo block, and I really, oh my god.
I don't know what's going to happen.
AMD Duskia dropping.
But Q trading now? Oh my god.
But wait.
Can we call this? Is this? What do we say here?
Oh my god! I just
Wait. Okay. The fact that Cute missed a couple times, but Intel missed. Now Japan only has one FC under their belt. Then again, so did Brazil, but Andre has an extremely high combo right now. I don't know what to say here.
Yeah. The thing is, Imdesca dropping again. It's a drop. Oh no! It's so. Oh,
this is what I'm talking about.
I'm dropping. Keep locking. Cute. Oh my god.
Right now, oh my god. Silly Fangirl has just got his team on his back right now. He's got the 99.68% accuracy with a full combo. Only full combo in the lobby right now, and it's keeping Brazil their lead.
This course is still pretty rough. And
you gotta build up into it, but it's
if you column lock once, it's game over for Brazil. If Japan holds on full combos and Brazil just column locks to death like Q and Andre almost did, it's gonna be a point for Japan. And again, this map is so risky. Like this part is so scary that aim does get dropped. That's a very good drop for Brazil.
Yeah, while I can't call it, yeah, I mean, wow, okay, 2 drops there. What? The whole team now dropping drops. This is a huge lead for Brazil.
That's seriously, I really don't think there's any part of the map left. There's absolutely no way. This performance
is unbelievable.
I think that's the lowest score I've actually seen any of the Japan team actually get on this map.
This is, I think it's just very unfortunate. They all happen to miss towards around the exact same part. And you know, this is the kind of map that's like you mentioned, it is a risky pick. It is extremely hard to be consistent on, especially with like all of these, you know, really dense inverse bursts and what Nate.
Oh 20, my god. 21. All these scores are actually really good. Like any score that sub 5200s is actually completely insane.
I'm actually very surprised that Sleek Girl got around 2200. Matching Andre's 200 count is huge. Whoa. SV's
This is I like this pick. Obviously this pick is super good, but they were okay. Here's the thing: Brazil actually had a better team score against South Korea compared to Japan, and I think like Brazil's team score actually destroyed Japan's. So I'm really worried about this. Like, there's a good chance that Japan might actually lose this pick. If they do, then that's a huge confidence breaker. Like,
absolutely. I'm honestly kind of surprised this is coming out because Brazil, you know, this isn't a case of where you're playing against a team that, you know, sometimes might practice SVs but not putting 100% into it. But I guarantee you.
Where's Gil?
Whoa, what?
Where's Gil? Guilherme is not here.
This is surprising. Wait, okay, he's coming. He's coming.
Okay.
Hey, I was gonna say that's a very interesting roster.
Yeah, again, like all these players are super good, and here's the thing about Anomaly. Here's the thing about Brazil when it comes to Anomaly. There is no weak player. Like all 3 players are about equally good, right? All 3 players are equally good. Whereas Japan, Infighter and Kruke are much better at Anomaly than the other 3. I don't think that's really that arguable. But Fairy 5 is who I'm worried about because his performance against Brazil, while it was a full combo, was about 132 hundredths. Whether it was an underperformance or not, that was by far the lowest score in the lobby. And if Brazil does better this pick, I mean, Kruke might improve because Kruke did drop. Intel can't really improve much further. He has 11200 FC, and I'm really scared about this because like this is a pick that Brazil can win, right? Brazil can win this pick.
But keep in mind, the same could easily be said for Relay.
Right.
We've got 2 really risky picks coming around.
Yeah, you're right.
You're feeling incredibly confident on it.
Right. Here's the thing: Brazil won Relive, and they lost Relive last week. So this is a huge confidence booster, like you said. This is a huge confidence booster for Brazil. They'll think that they'll crush Japan. So I'm really scared for this pick. Like I think Japan has this, but it can go either way. There's like a 40% chance that Brazil can actually win this.
Yeah, definitely. I think it really, like, all eyes right now are on Brazil to perform consistently, and
Verify, I think.
Yeah, Verify as well. But then again, like, if we see one of these like big players missing or maybe having really bad accuracy drops, and
that would be really Verify right now at 99.1 once again. And again, Lotus is 99.0, so they're tied up right now.
Right, exactly, and that's the kind of thing. It's like we see these powerhouse players that are really good on SPs.
Okay, Verify dropping a few 200s and 200s. Okay, he dropped the percent again, so Brazil has the lead, but again, there's so much of the map left.
Right,
this is not even closer to
way too much to go.
Yeah.
All right. So Brazil right now, I mean, they definitely have the most ideal SP roster. I think there's no denying that. It's just a matter of can these players.
Guilherme actually performing a little bit worse than I hoped. He's at 99.2%, but he was at 99.1 for a little bit. But Japan has a very slightly verified, doing a little bit better than before.
See, I think in the beginning it's pretty hard to get the accuracy down, but it seems like Verify is starting to at least maintain a consistent accuracy, maybe building it up a little bit. But it's going to start to get really, really rough around here. So we'll see how these teams manage.
Are these teleports? Lotus messed up these teleports here. He messed it up there again. Dropped future. Under drops.
Cookie
that's actually.
Wait, that's a trade. That's a trade.
That's a trade. Yeah, the percent drops are the same. That's good. That's really good. Looking for Brazil, but I'm still rooting for Japan. I'm gonna say I'm still rooting for Japan for this pick because I really don't want them to break this point, because this is gonna shatter their confidence so bad if Japan actually loses this.
It's just still way too close to call, and I don't even know.
Right.
We had I just saw right there a lot of 200 drops on both sides.
Right.
Either Verify or Lotus as well. Both having around similar accuracies, I want to say, but right now
Verify dropping a little bit more 200s.
Right. I think right now, if it just wasn't for Intel's accuracy, we'd be seeing a completely different matchup right now.
Right. I think Intel's act is actually like higher than last week's performance.
Right.
What?
Maybe. Is it?
Right. Yes. It's 99.6 early on.
Okay.
Oh my god.
We'll see here.
Intel doing the same thing as Silly Fangirl in real life, carrying Japan on his back once again.
I return.
Once again, I return.
Anyways,
oh boy,
I'm just looking at this. Like, I think what really intrigues me though is that Intel.
Oh my god, that was so scary.
That extremely fast speed up, right?
Yeah.
Right before the break, Intel just hits that clean, totally.
Right. Intel actually dropped a few 200s right there, right when you mentioned that. Oh my god. Intel's speed up is so low that speed ups don't even feel like speed ups to him. That's how good he is at SVs when his speed monster is low. Alright, this part coming up. I'm really scared. Kuke dropping a few 200s.
I think right now, I would be really scared for Verify at the end of the map where Diddy Jacks come in. It's just way too much to handle in terms of price.
He did drop a few.
Is it too early to miss there? I think it might be.
It is. Oh my god, it leaves freaking so much. Q drops. Oh, that's a trade. Man,
I'm not even.
Japan has a huge act lead right now. Intel's act is so high. Verify's act, even despite being lower, Japan's average act is so high.
Oh, wait, this part coming up here is going to be huge.
Right, but they're gonna affect so many players, not just Verify. Kuke and Intel won't be affected too much. It comes down to Lotus, Gil, Andre, and Verify. If they all nail this as expected, then Japan has this. But again, anything can happen.
I expect misses from both sides here. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll see. Verify didn't drop here last week. All right, here we go.
Here it comes. There's a lot of accuracy drops either from Fire.
Verify Lotus as well. No drops so far. Oh my god, no drops at all.
Is that it?
That's it.
The hardest section of the map.
Oh my goodness. All right, teleport. Teleports.
Okay.
Don't break.
Some accuracy drops on both sides, but I think Japan should have this here.
Yes. But don't.
So close.
Don't. You shot at the end. You did it at the end. Yeah, that's it. 12,000 points. Lotus jumping at the very end. Wow.
That must have been a release.
Yeah. Intel FCing for the 4th time in a tournament. 4th time. That ratio, 367.
How does he do this?
4th time FC.
This is unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. I don't know what to say. Intel.
By the way, like any FC on this, any 99 on this is absolutely bonkers. If you 99 this, you're more than good enough to join NWC. He 12
200s. How does he
12 200 and did it 4 times in over 4 years. 4 times. Okay.
His consistency is enough.
4 times.
Oh my god.
Wow. I can't breathe. My arm hurts. Okay, Brazil's pick. They have to pick Heathens again.
I think, it's either Heathens or Lancelot or Saihate. I think those are their main 3 right now. Lancelot. Okay, actually.
That's a good pick, too. That's a very good pick, too.
I think it's risky, but that said, it heavily favors Brazil. I was expecting this to be like one of their early picks. Like this and Heathen likely will be the early picks. So this coming out as early as it is, totally understandable. And that said, I honestly, seeing how Japan took Anomaly, I'm just gonna think a little bit ahead and say they might take Galvanize next.
I agree that Galvanize is a good pick, but I really don't like the pick because the thing is that Brazil actually did really well on Galvanize as well, and Brazil was actually contemplating on picking Galvanize at least at the very end, and they were hoping that Japan will probably pick Galvanize really early on because they hope that Sleeper will choke the hard section of the map again, and again, I really don't want to see Galvanize being picked so early, but
it's just too. It's not even like a risk factor because at the end of the day, I think it's a lot easier to be consistent on Galvanize than it is to be consistent on Anomaly.
That is fair, but
the risk
even
isn't there. But the
can still get punished really badly.
The mystery of it, you don't really know how the other team's gonna do.
Yeah,
I think Brazil, they've been training that map. They definitely have. I think there's no surprise there, and they're going to be doing better than they did last week.
Right. Lancelot coming right up. This is a very good pick for Brazil, and we highly expect Brazil to win this map. This really heavily favored Brazil. Sleek Girl and Kuke's best performance on this is about 99.1, 99.2, which actually is cute Camelot.
Wow, it's a little okay. There's a little
Andre,
look at Kuke's accuracy. Look at Kuke's accuracy. It immediately trades off. This is that accuracy right now. Despite the combo lead easily going in hand.
Kuke dropping now.
Oh, that's way too huge.
That is. I can see it going back if Andre Acute or Silly Fango. Okay, that scared me for a bit. He called him block.
A miss here and there is not going to matter too much. It's really about those column locks, and like you mentioned,
right.
Look at how big the score lead is right now, just because of one column lock. It's huge, absolutely huge.
Andre missing again, but this should be again. Even though the map is very chokeable, there are many parts of the map that's actually super hard and you can miss super easily in this map. But a lot of the misses will probably come from the Japanese side than the Brazilian side.
Absolutely.
So, and with this lead already, 30k gap. Andre dropping, but again, comes down to common locks.
Japan is killing a section right now. This is only one of two.
Kuke column locks.
That column locks. That was for Japan to afford to miss.
And actually, if you notice right now, Intel's act is actually lower. Intel, the best player in the Japanese side, is actually lower than the Brazilian team right now.
Yeah, it's just, this is almost just looking at the score right now, this is going to be a shutout victory from Brazil just on that alone.
This is absolute dominance from Brazil.
Even with misses from Cute and Andre, their scores in comparison, or their accuracies in comparison to Kuke and JH Leader. It's too huge.
It's way too huge. And 80k. Alright, let's see these scores again. 26, 32, 39. That's really good. Really good score. Okay. Imagine FCing this 2 times in a row. Actually, is it 3 times? No, Lancelot wasn't picked, I think. So 2 times in a row. They went with Galvanize.
That was fast.
That was really fast.
They were ready for that.
I'm really concerned. I'm really concerned about Galvanize because they're sending mixed signals. Because last week, Sleeko dropped 2.5% on the hard section of Galvanize, maybe about 2.2%. And that almost lost the pick for Japan. So this is Brazil's probably their second or third best opportunity to get a break point from Japan, given Japan's potential picks. But the things are if they're so confident, right? If Japan is so confident when it comes to Galvanize, will Sleeko choke again? Will Sleeko choke? We really have to see, because again, Brazil could have won that point. Because I believe that Andre, Gil, and Remu all dropped at the hard section at the same time.
Yeah,
and that was
devastating team miss, probably that I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah.
That just shot the lead straight over to Japan, and there was no looking back. But that said, if Brazil nails this,
then
I don't know what to say.
Well, I think Japan has more safe picks than Brazil. So
at the moment, yeah. The thing is, Brazil needs to win this, and I think they need to win
Violent Arcade,
or there's a possibility for Dysnomia. And that's it.
Like, we're gonna assume that Japan's game plan is gonna be the same as last week, which wouldn't be like an unfair assumption because Japan's skill set is so polarized, right? They're so good at Rice, they're so good at SVs, they're not that good at LNs, they're good at Rice hybrid stuff. But so like they mostly go for Rice and SVs. Like the first 2 picks that Japan had are both SV. Next pick they're probably gonna pick like Edison, for example. So like Japan's picks are gonna be the same throughout, and they're gonna be very safe because their skill differentials are so high compared to Brazil. Not saying that Brazil is a bad team.
Do you expect Edison to come after this for Japan?
Yes.
Interesting. I was thinking it might be something like, well, there's a possibility of Beta Endorphin honestly seems like a valid choice.
Beta Endorphin or Edison, I think it's one of the two. Anyway, song number 4. I'm still super scared about this pick. I really hope that every player does their best here.
I mean, they're going to have to here. I think
they absolutely have to. You're right.
I see this as a battle of combo. I really genuinely see this as a battle of combo here.
Yeah. Because like again, it really comes down to breaks because like accuracy is going to be so close, right? Accuracy differences are going to be so close. So Intel's AC is actually a bit low, but again, doesn't really matter. Sleeko's AC is also quite low. I don't think anyone in the Brazilian side's AC is like low enough. Both is a single 200 or 2, but again, misses are the name of the game here. I'm so nervous.
I don't know. The thing is like a miss can happen at any point. So like this kind of accuracy lead from Brazil right now is just it's too small.
Right.
The scores are dead even right now. Like
even though Brazil has to lead.
Well, that was 200 from Gil. A double 200 I think on a quarter.
Yeah. Andre drop. That is not the time you want to drop. Absolutely not the time you want to drop.
Really into the song, and now we're
past
going into
400. And this is a
section of the map, I think.
This is okay. This part is pretty hard, but the part that Andre dropped is not that hard.
Yeah, it's. I think with practice, it should be pretty easy to get down consistently. But that's like I mentioned, a miss can happen at any point here. You can be as consistent as possible on this, and it's 4 minutes of sheer memorization. So
right.
Honestly, like there's no hard feelings whatsoever if like someone just messes up or consistently. Maybe they don't.
Yeah.
It's really hard to just kind of get that down, and who knows? Honestly, we could see Andre pulling it back where some of the Japanese players fall behind.
The thing is that I'm also a bit worried about Sleeko because we actually did talk about how AC is like not really all that important. If they have the same number of breaks, right? Like let's just talk about this section real quick right here. Because this part, Sleeko choked so badly early last week. So let's hope he doesn't drop here. And again, the Brazilian team too. Here he comes.
A lot of accuracy drops from
Sleeko dropping once, 2 dropping.
Trades? Okay. Did they just trade on the
They did trade.
Oh my god, wait. Don't tell me this comes down to accuracy now.
Yes. It comes to one person dropping again. So Japan has to drop, or Sleeko. Again, there's no actual opportunity for players to actually drop AC here, I think. Like there's nothing hard left in the map to actually drop AC. So it comes down to Japan actually missing.
I actually have to disagree. I think the section coming up is going to be pretty tough on accuracy here.
The sweet
LNs. If anything, favors Brazil. Gil not missing.
He missed twice.
The LNs are too much for JH Girl to handle right now.
Oh my god.
Pulling it back in a section where Japan might do bad. We saw some 100s from Rojas. We saw some 200s from Gil. But Andre holding the combo, holding the accuracy, extremely strong. Highest accuracy in the Brazilian side now.
Absolutely no drops from the Brazilian side as well. This is such a confidence booster for Brazil. Like, again, this section is a bit tricky, I think. Like, you mind block this, right? Sleeko dropping. That's use it. After this part, there is no hard parts left. And I think Sleeko has to be super nervous.
It's really coming down the nerves here. It's too hard to maintain composure. Usually, like it's once you miss once, it's really easy to snowball in a map. And unfortunately, there's nothing that's relatively hard about the rest of this map in Brazil. I mean, they're going to be taking this away. Yeah,
they're absolutely going to take this away. Like you said, there's nothing left in the map. And actually, is this the first time Japan has lost on an SV pick?
I think it is.
Oh my god.
That said, they've had a history of banning a couple SV picks here and there, but I mean, the picks that they've played, they have not lost. This is a first for them.
This is this has to be huge.
I mentioned this. This is a battle of the combos. Look at some of the accuracies here. It's just
Intel score is so good.
Intel score is insane.
4. Oh my god! And actually, everyone's score is super good. Like any
is insane too.
Yeah, everyone's score, like pretty much like any score above 99 is super good. Any score above 99.5 is like legendary good.
And Andre and Lothus just did absolutely amazing there. And despite the 100s and even the miss from Andre's side, I mean, that was just an overwhelmingly strong performance from Brazil. That really, we did mention Galvanize, maybe not the pick that Japan wanted to do. And I mean, it's really showing now. And oh my God, Brazil just got rid of heathens.
That is so much pressure for Japan. Like again, when it comes to like a match like Japan versus Brazil, where their strengths and weaknesses are so defined, you really don't want to get any break points. Like if you lose like your own pick, your confidence is going to get shattered so badly, right?
Right.
In Japan, I don't think Japan did lose a break point against Brazil, but that was so late on that it didn't really matter. And I hope that the morale of Japan doesn't really change too much. I think Sleeko has to be crushed. Sleeko is actually quite vulnerable to nerves. He actually did mention, I think last week, that he was actually like crying in some parts of the match because he was so nervous.
Yeah, it really gets to people. I mean, I think we both know others that have that same personal experience.
Right.
Get to them so hard, and there's really no hard feelings there. I mean, there's a lot in the line. I mean, it's really high stakes. So it's
Sing along, chat. Anyway, pick number. This is a very, very good pick against.
Yeah, I think this is one of Brazil's strongest picks easily.
Along with Lancelot, like you're gonna see like probably about 60k, 70k difference. Even though this map is very risky, the skill differential between Japan and Brazil on this map is so high that even if Brazil column locks, I don't think it matters. I really don't think it matters because I highly expect at least Kuke, Sleep Girl, Intelizer to column lock somewhere. At least
it's likely going to happen. I mean, Intel, relative to other players on his team, wasn't that remarkable in terms of his performance last time. It's possible that maybe he brings it back here, but I just don't know. It's generally, I think people have the same performance on this. Generally, like no matter what, it's really like it's very consistent. It's hard to be consistent on this,
right?
But on top of all that, it's even harder to fluke out a good run on it.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Like it's so hard to pull a miraculous run. Like it's so easy to like your average run is probably going to be like 3 misses, 4 misses, maybe a column lock if you're unlucky, and getting a fluke run. Like the chance of that is pretty much just as likely as you column locking. Like. So hard part coming right up. Japan, Brazil with a slight lead right now, but again, it comes down to
I thought
no breaks yet. Again, it comes down to column lock. Comes down to column lock and breaks, and no one actually breaking so far. But Kuke is dropping many 200s. It's at 98.5% right now. Lotus drops, but that's okay. There's a huge
accuracy was the highest on his team.
Yeah,
It's really not going to be doing much. And looking at Silly Fangirl's accuracy right now is just unbelievably high. It's
actually wow. Look at Japan. Look at Japan.
Kuke's at 98.25. Despite having the FC, it's just really not going to be helping him because the accuracy is too low.
Intel finally dropping. Now they have 2 FCs each. But again, like Kuke, Kuke the lowest act, but it's 1%. I think the rest of the Brazilian team has Intel dropping again, down to below 99% threshold. Sleeko carrying once again. This is a huge gap, and like this is like there's very few seconds left in the map. Like this part right here is it's a bit easier to choke, but there's not much damage I can actually take here. And this is such a convincing lead for Brazil.
Silly Fangirl and Ultraman's are doing extremely well right now.
Yeah, like they are popping off. Like again, their decision to play in the morning is really paying off right now. Absolutely. Japan doing a tiny bit worse than I expected so far, but their strengths haven't come out yet. The strengths haven't come out yet.
Exactly. This isn't. We haven't seen a pick from Japan that I would imagine would be an
Oh, so
extremely.
look at Andre and Silly Vango's scores. Oh my
They
god.
were so close.
18-17.
5 300s and 1 200 apart.
Yikes.
That is extremely consistent.
Okay. I think they'll go for Edison. They'll have to go for Edison. I don't think there's anything else.
It might have to happen here. It might
Like,
have to happen.
They really need a pick that they're very likely to win, and I think Edison is the. What?
This is the one Rice pick that
I wasn't
Brazil
hoping.
would have had to pick, I think.
Right. That is not a good pick.
But
Like-
hear me out.
Yo.
If Dysnomia, if Japan takes his point, right? Because right now, if like going into this pick, I think Brazil has one of the most consistent and one of the most dangerous team scores on this map out of any other Rice pick.
Yes.
And this is an extremely risky pick. I really hope Japan knows what they're getting themselves into. Because
I think they do.
If they win this pick, and Brazil, if they win this pick, Brazil has to pick Saihate. But I
Right.
think they're out of juice. Like I said,
Yeah. They have.
At this
but
point,
things
all
are-
these picks slowly start to favor Japan.
Right. Violent Arcade might be Break Big Band and Violent Arcade are still relatively safe for Brazil, but they're still not safe. They lost on those picks last week.
Right. And granted, despite Break Big Ben being as close as it was, I don't know if we're going to get that same kind of.
I don't
result
think
again
so
this week.
either.
really
I don't think
doubt
so
it.
either. Again, like I did think that Japan underperformed just last week, and Brazil performed even worse last week. And Brazil seems to be doing quite well. They're not doing as well as they did against South Korea, but this is still really good for Brazil. And if Japan, again, like you said, like if Japan wins this pick, this is a huge morale booster for Japan. But the problem is that I don't really think that Japan should be picking this in the first place.
This is one of the picks that they should have left open to Brazil.
Right.
Like when you're in a position where you can pick something that another team has like a bit of a higher chance of winning, and they're aware of that, you need to let them pick it later on in the match. Because if you wanted that pick, and they're likely to pick it, you have a chance of a break point there, and that's that's going to put you in a huge advantage if you get that break point.
Right.
That said, we're going into Dysnomia now, and I do not know what to expect.
I don't know what. Again, comes down to the first section and the very last section of the map. Like this section is pretty easy. Sleeper dropping. Oh my god, sleeper dropping. That's not good. That is. It's early, but you really can't afford it. Oh no, Sleeko. Come on, Sleeko. You can do this. This hard part coming up. You can expect many drops here. So
you can see. Pull back here.
You can see a few trades here. You can definitely see a few trades here. But come on. Let's go, Japan. Intel drops. That is. Oh no. Andre dropping.
It's not gonna be enough. Yeah.
Like Lotus and Silly Fango's act are so high right now, 99.7 respectively. Amdeska, Intelizer, and Sleeko at 99.2 to 99.4 respectively. Breathe. This part is not too hard. Like the rest of this, not the rest of the map, but at least like the next 1/3. Lotus and Amdeska trading. Sleeko dropping.
Sleeko. I think Japan lost every single FC.
Yes, they did.
Oh no. If
Sleeko dropping again, Sleeko
Yeah.
Sleeko is not having it right now.
It's
Good thing, like again, the section at the very end, is also very integral. Like you said last week, like he really need to focus on the last section. If Brazil actually messes up, and there's a good chance they might mess up, like through some really bad CB rush, they might swing back to Japan. Even though Sleeko is about 20k points lower than Andre right now.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's if anything, that's making up a decent amount of difference. But I mean, even at that point, we've still got a pretty decisive lead for Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lotus and Silly Fango both are outperforming Intel and AMDSK right now.
99.7 FC is nothing to be scoffed at. Like if they hold this on, like that's about two of the highest scores that you actually see in the match. And I think it's two of the best scores I've seen so far in the tournament in general. So this section is not too bad, but hopefully no one drops here. Well, maybe hope Brazil drops, I guess, but
I don't know what to expect. Honestly,
I really hope like Japan really needs this confidence boost because like they cannot afford another breakpoint. This section is really hard. Focus on this section right here. No ad drops so far from any player. Zico regaining his composure, but that might be a bit too late. Lotus dropping, but again, it's Andre dropping, but that's just one miss. That's just one miss, and Zico dropping. So that's a trade. So Lotus did miss once, but they didn't drop enough 200s. Didn't drop anywhere enough 200s to make up for that difference.
Right.
And there's, again, even though this part is pretty chokeable, there's very little can actually choke here. There's so little can actually choke here.
Almost at the very end of the map, and I mean, this lead is huge. And, you know, despite AMD and Intel both keeping their combos extremely high towards the very end, just looking at Silly Fangirl, this is a phenomenal performance from him. And Lotus as well, with an extreme accuracy.
Wow, 99.73 is not a score I was expecting this late in. Intel, Silly Fangirl, like you said. Wow.
Yeah, like, honestly, I think
all of these scores are actually really good. All of these scores are insane.
Even if we had, I think, like peak performance from JH Lee Curl, we still might not have seen him win on this. I mean, Andre is matching AMD right now, and that's the lowest score in Brazil.
Yeah. 3, 3, 3,
wow.
3 and 4, 3 and 4. What? What? How do you get 3 and 4?
I'm speechless.
How do you get 3 and 4? Like, again, like I said, any score that's lower than 3,200s, but this is 3,200s is insane.
Yeah,
like,
okay,
you cannot. Like, this is what Lotus's ratio too. Oh my god, 1 to 8, 8 to 1, 8 to 1.
I dare any team in this tournament that has ever played in this tournament to go beat that Brazilian team score right now, because I don't think any other team can.
This is insane.
Whatever.
This is absolutely insane. And that is so crushing for Japan. That is so crushing. Also, someone mentioned this. I think Juan mentioned this. Silly Fangirl hasn't missed yet. He hasn't missed.
Are we gonna get a grand finals FC here? Is this really happening? Break Big Band? Does Silly Fangirl play this?
Yes, he has to.
Oh my god! Wait, yo, he has seen this?
Oh my god,
that would be crazy. Okay, actually, just to note, I'm very surprised they're going with Break Big Band and not Saihate.
Well, I think Brazil tend to have this strategy of like going for safer picks towards the last when they're having a big advantage. I think that happened against them, US versus Brazil.
Oh, that is true, because they have like the larger advantage here is definitely like it's going to be a huge factor for Brazil here. I mean, I think in any position where you have a very, very large when you have a very, very large lead like this, you really have to go and, like, you can experiment a bit. You can throw out these picks that are pretty risky, and if you take them, then you have something to fall back on, basically.
Right. But and again, I do think that this pick is actually pretty good. Like, again, it could have been a lot worse. Like, again, the top 3 picks for them, because they don't really have that many safe picks left, right? Like, again, the top 3 will be, first would be Saihate, no question. Break Big Band, then Saihate. Sorry. What's the 3rd pick? Sorry, I can't remember. Violent Arcade.
There you go. Oh man, that was tip of my tongue.
Violent Arcade. So this is still a good pick, but again, I really don't know, because this map is so scary. Like, every SV here is so scary, and in a tournament setting, it gets completely magnified. And if you have to juggle Rice, Long Notes, and SV, and these SVs aren't even predictable either. You have to like completely memorize them.
Exactly.
It's so easy to.
It's very overwhelming.
Yeah, it's very overwhelming. And Andre actually did mess up the last SV at the very end of the map last week, and that was how Japan won the match. So that's
an early miss for Kuke.
That's not a client error, but oh man, this is not a time for Kuke to break.
Yeah, it's extremely hard to get an early miss here. But that said, this is again
anyone's game.
Very inconsistent chart.
It's so easy to hold. Yeah, it's like you can get overwhelmed so easily here, and it's so easy to mess up. Like, there's gonna be like these birds right here are so tricky. Like, I've seen so many drops here, and look at this drop right there. Okay.
Do you think, just predicting here, do you think we're gonna see something as similar as to last week?
No, but it might happen.
If I don't think it's a score difference of a couple thousand, that would be insane. But I don't know if it'll.
Kuke MD dropping really hard. Those acts are super low. Super low.
I think,
no.
Yeah, that's already way too low for Japan. And
Lotus dropping again, but
Kuke and Lotus both. Just it's.
Andre making up for his performance last week at 99.5%. Insulizer 99.8%, but that's still not enough.
this score lead here. I mean, it's the accuracy lead from Intelizer right now. It's
Andrew dropping finally, and that's actually a pretty big drop. He dropped by 0.1. City Fangirl and Intel neck to neck right now.
Wait, okay. Can we see something be building back for Japan right now?
Maybe. It's so easy.
Half the map to go.
It's so easy to mess this up. And you can see like a 0.2, 0.3% drop, which
I'm really worried to see how they're going to do on some of the LN releases here because the speed up is extremely hard to get timed properly.
Yeah. Come on.
We'll have to see what happens here. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. I really don't know what to expect here.
I really want to see this. Like again, like Kruke did mess this up early on, and look right here. Come here it is.
The lead.
Everyone nailed it. Everyone nailed it. Everyone nailed it.
I saw a couple 200s from AMD, but I don't think it was enough.
It's not enough. Yeah, I think every other player nailed it. All right, it's long apart.
There's a bit of a long run, but the end of the map also has a really, really dense tech sort of burst section.
Right.
Really hard to maintain composure on. I can imagine a lot of misses there. And we get all teams FC.
Intel drops finally.
Oh, that is not
no FCs left. No FCs left in the pool. In the map. Steam Fangirls and the only FC left. Vamos!
Is he gonna get the grand finals FC here?
He might. Vamos SSG!
We'll see what happens. Okay, the really dense burst section is gonna come up here.
Alright.
At this point, I'll just say flat out.
There's one SV coming out right here that I'm skipped. Lotus and under.
Oh my god.
They're dropping. That's a trade.
Okay. Well, Intel only missed one. Okay, that's actually more misses for the Brazilian side right now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's enough. We're at the end of the map.
There's one SB left. I think there's one SB left, but I don't think there's anything left. Kuke's dropping too many times.
Silly Fangirl missed. The whole match. Silly Fangirl's first miss of the whole match. Just
and nothing left in the map left. Nothing left in the map left.
The very end of it then.
Oh no! Oh god!
Brazil.
That is such a convincing lead. That is such a convincing lead for Brazil.
This is like
oh my goodness,
what happened last weekend when we saw a 2,000 point difference. I mean, this is Oh wow! We went from 2,000 to nearly 20,000 plus. This is
what a time! What a comeback for Brazil! What a massive comeback for Brazil! What a statement! 6-1 against probably. Right, and they have so many safe picks left. They have Saihate. They have Saihate, which is so safe. Intel, everyone's performance is pretty good. Intel's performance is really good. Actually, I just realized that AM Dusky playing this might not have been the best decision, but I think they're trying to calm Sleekgirl down because Sleekgirl has to be really nervous right now.
I think I would be the same.
Oh my god.
They picked Tornado. I
don't like this. I think it's okay, but they were way too close for comfort last week. They actually, I think Brazil lost Tornado because of Lotus and Andre last week, right? And
I believe so, yeah. Because
AM
had an extremely good start.
Yeah. And AM Duskia and Sleekgirl, I'm really worried about this. AM Duskia almost lost 10k at the very end of the map, and he almost gave the point to Brazil single-handedly. I don't think this will happen again, but I don't know if Sleekgirl and AM Duskia are good enough to match Andre and Lotus. I think this is a good pick, but I think Edison would have been a much better pick because there's no choice. You have to go for your safest picks now. You really cannot afford to have any picks that are risky now, and I think Tornado is still a tiny bit risky. Given this is still their first match, if Brazil wins this match, they still have to win one more match against Japan. I'm so scared. I
understand that this is a pick that Brazil can take, but I still see it favoring Japan here. And
right.
I'm just curious because Brazil is definitely gonna have to pick Saihate after this, right? No questions asked.
There's absolutely no question about this. If they don't pick Saihate, I would probably commentate in Portuguese for the rest of the match. So yeah,
I would enjoy that. Sure, we'll have that back on.
Also, Also, hi, I speak Portuguese. Hola and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, they have a slight. Brazil has a slight lead right now, but
I think the intro is the hardest part to act.
Yes.
Honestly,
Sleekgirl's act.
Yeah,
oh no!
There it is.
Oh,
Here's the thing, though. The combo is there. I think Sleekgirl can outperform Andre, at least in terms of Bryce, I still don't see this being anywhere near decisively for Brazil right now.
Even then, like, okay, here's the thing. Lotus's best scores on this have always gotten many misses. His AC is usually very high, but he usually misses at the first section right here. Andre dropping here, and this might actually switch the lead. He dropped a few times. That AC is very low now.
Wow.
Nico's AC is the same as Andre. The hard part is not even here yet. And Andre dropping again.
Missing a lot.
That's really good for Japan. Really good for Japan.
I mean, despite the accuracy, fumbles here and there, the combo is extremely strong, and that's what's going to matter here.
Yes, like this section right here. Cinefango finally dropping. Oh boy, Lotus is act. Intel's act. Lotus dropping.
This is too much for Brazil. They can't.
Way too much. The first section coming up. Oh my god.
What's going on here is like we're at a fairly like hard part of the map, but it's just harder from here on out. And I mean, honestly, I will say Brazil is in a position where they're performing a little bit worse than
Intel dropping a tiny bit there. Intel dropping too. But
the transition period.
This is not a trade.
It's I think despite not that trade, that was a period where honestly Japan should not have missed.
They should not have been there. And you're still dropping again. Oh my god, his nerves, but. Oh, this is
Brazil's going to be slowly bringing this back.
Cinefango dropping. He missed twice.
These are way too many misses for Silly Tango to be right now. Like, Silly Tango is like,
It's please. Oh my goodness, that was so scary. I was hoping it. Stico, the only person to drop, I think. Maybe Stico's the only person FC so far. And even though Japan has like 1 or 2 misses, they have a 1 or 2 miss buffer. There's one hard part left.
And keep in mind, this hard part is way harder than like any other part in the map.
Lotus dropping. That is way too early. Way too early.
Like, I'm not really sure what to expect going into this last section because we've seen we have a really strong combo from JH Rico and actually being the only FC in the entire lobby right now. We have a trade and this is from AMD and Andre, but going towards the end of this, I don't know what to expect. Like, all of these players have missed in parts that I really just did not expect them to. We can see in this from Elijah here. We can see in this from Silly Tango.
They're dropping again. 3 miss buffer, give or take. AM does get dropping for next trade, I guess, but this section is actually easy to choke. Andre dropping twice. Andre dropping 3 times. It does drop. Andre's act drops way too much. Andre dropped way too much there. And this section not too bad yet, but
this is actually huge for Japan right now.
Yeah, the map is so long. That like they can afford like 5 or 6 misses for like a 0.3% drop, which is huge. Cinefango dropping. That's really good for Japan. Come on, Japan.
I think Japan's actually going to take the second point here.
They might. Andre dropping again. First section. Come on. First section.
This is the really dense part here.
Wow, they're nailing this. Japan is completely nailing this. Brazil, can they hang on? Can they rely on Japan choking here? This one. Oh my god. Speaker's dropping finally. Lotus three.
It's not going to matter though. I mean,
it's not going to matter. The trade. Lotus dropping again.
Their combo so well up to this point that even
oh my god.
Doesn't matter. Even the
Intel dropping again doesn't matter. Yeah. There's very little left in the map, and the lead is so huge. It's like,
this is like a calmer part of the map, and it's leading into the very end. And I mean, we're gonna see a win.
I've seen AM Dusket actually drop here at the very end. I don't know if he'll drop again. He might drop here, but again, doesn't matter. Andre actually dropping there is gonna be enough. Oh,
wow,
that's a convincing lead.
Incredible score.
That is a very convincing lead. That's an incredible, convincing lead from Japan.
And got like triple mid 970s here on Japan's side. That is crazy.
Yeah, any score above 970, is insane. Also, look at Lotus's 200 count and over 300 count.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, dude! Like again, every score in this is insane. Any score above 99 point, actually, any score above 98.9 is insane. Andre's score is really, really, really good. And even though Andre, Andre is pretty weak at this map, but again, like, if it's just one map, it's no problem. Andre has carried Brazil so many times that it didn't really matter. Okay, what will Brazil pick? If you don't pick, please don't pick anything but Saihate. I don't want to speak Portuguese for the rest of the
Of course, I forgot that bet's still on. That tornado just had me completely.
Nós podemos, escola.
It seems
I'm
like they're
sorry.
actually really taking the time to decide here. I wonder if Saihate...
Thank you.
There it is.
Thank you.
There it is. They pick Saihate. This is the pick that Brazil needs right now.
Oh my god, thank you.
So, if our predictions are correct, this should be a bracket reset right now for Brazil. But the LN sections, while they are dense, there's... I mean, Japan's more prone to choking them, but the rice sections, I don't know. I say it favors Brizil by quite a bit.
Saihate's, like Brazil's team scores have been consistently absolutely ridiculous. Like either Lucas or Silly Fangirl has like a 5 to 15 next 200 FC, which is absurd, right? And I don't think anyone in Japan can actually replicate that. Even Intelizer, who is the best player in the Japanese team overall, and especially for this map, I don't think he can replicate them. Seiko might be able to pull an FC, Kuke might be able to pull an FC, but the accuracy, right? The accuracy.
Right.
The accuracy
Lucas is going to have insane accuracy. I think Nate will definitely have an FC on this, or at least something close to it. And if not, I mean, the accuracy is definitely going to be there. I think at this point, it comes down... If Brazil wants to guarantee a point on this, Andre has to perform here.
Yeah. All right. Match point for Brazil. If Brazil wins this map, and they probably should, they will bracket reset. And that will be so much confidence boost for Brazil. What happened? Oh no! Seiko breaking!
I'm actually so worried that... So, I mentioned that we're going to see FCs a lot, and this is one of the maps in finals where, you know, a miss is actually a lot more, you know...
Yeah, it's a relatively easier map, right? Yeah. It's a dropping!
Like, imagining a miss on Tornado versus a miss on this. I mean,
yeah.
So much more...
The map is shorter, the match is easier, like, you really can't afford a miss here. And Japan having 2 misses and a huge detriment right now. Like, Brazil averaging 99.4%, and Japan averaging about 99.2%.
But look at Andre, 99.2 right now. I mean,
that's but this is going to drop it.
I imagine.
That's very close. Allen Park. There's an Allen Park coming up. I don't know if Japan can hang this on. If they hang on and Brazil call off somehow, you might see a break point. Okay, signal drop. Oh my god. Please.
It's going to go towards Brazil. I think it has.
Yes, it has to.
But when we see like the later sections of the map, we're gonna have like maybe more of a lead coming back towards Japan, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Because we have Kuke who needs to climb up to 400 combo right now, and the lead is already as large as it is for Brazil.
Right. Oh boy. Okay, Andre dropping, but that shouldn't really matter. Like the gap is so huge right now. Intel dropping, so that's a trade, but then the rest of the map is one complete stream. But I really don't see Fangirl and Lotus choking anymore here. Oh god. 30k gap. Do you expect any call off?
I honestly was gonna say no, and in a way, like maybe one, but I expect a no because they aren't in sense of some other section.
Oh boy! Oh my god!
Okay, Intel missing in this section is not what Japan want. I think this is huge for Brazil.
This is huge. This is such a huge, convincing lead for Brazil. 50. That's like a 50k gap. Okay, let me see this. Let's look at the scores. 17 and 8.
Let's get it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That score is insane. Like all those scores are insane. But Lotus's ratio.
Lotus getting easily the best ratio in the lobby, easily the best turn count.
Everyone's scores are really good. But oh my god!
For another year. I can't believe this. This is...
What a statement for Brazil. What a huge statement. Brazil losing to Japan 7-4. Not even a tiebreaker. Losing 3 break points against Japan.
For a second I thought you meant this match, and I was like, hold on.
No, early on.
Finals.
Brazil making an absolute statement. Making a statement out of South Korea. Making a statement out of Japan. Wow, that is such, and the scores too. They're so convincing, right? Like there's such a convincing lead.
Absolutely.
Against Japan. So anything can happen here. Anything can happen. Like anything can happen. Japan might take this. Brazil might take this.
I don't know what to expect. And here's the thing. I think if Japan picks some different things, switches it up this game, we could see
Right.
something different. Keep in mind, like
Right.
that was just one game. The match is not
Right.
over. And
Right,
actually,
right.
might I add, Brazil has been responsible for both of the bracket resets ever.
Oh, that's
Under the
true.
sea.
That's true.
They have
Actually,
reset
actually,
the bracket 2 years in a row, and they have
Fun
been the
fact.
only bracket resets in all of MWC 4P.
Brazil has this really weird penchant of doing relatively badly, like in the finals week, and then in grand finals week they crank up
Yeah,
the
they
volume
they
so
just-
hard.
Yeah.
Whether it be Lotus or Andre or whoever, they completely blow out their opponent every time. And this happened again this year. And well, let's hope they keep up the momentum. If they keep up the momentum, they will be, for the very first time, be Osumania champions in general, I
Keep in
think.
mind, the winner of this next game is going to be the first time OCMA
Right,
champions
right,
for the country.
Right. This is their first time actually, it will be their first time actually winning the tournament as a whole. Japan reached second once in 2015. Brazil has reached second, I think, once or twice.
I believe
Once
twice. Twice.
Right,
Yeah,
twice.
definitely
Okay.
twice.
Okay. Now, I will not be commentating the next match.
Neither
I
will
will,
I, dude.
neither will Stupid Man. But with that out of the way, nós queremos Brasil.
But yeah, definitely stay tuned.
Let's go Brazil. Let's go Brazil. I want Brazil to win so badly. Come on, Brazil.
As opposed to Shoegazer, I honestly, sorry Brazilians, but I do also really want to see Japan take this point. I honestly, I think regardless of the result, I don't know. I'm just so excited to see how this next game's gonna play out, and it's gonna be nice to be able to sit back, relax, and just watch this next game. And yeah, no, this is gonna be absolutely riveting. 14 minutes. Players gonna get a bit of a break here. Brazil versus Japan. I am absolutely excited. I know Shugi is absolutely excited too. So
I really, really want Brazil to win, okay? Like, I have more than partisan reasons for Brazil winning.
But yeah, all that said, take care, everyone. Stay tuned. 14 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We've got the bracket reset match of the grand finals coming up. So
This is
take
going to
care,
be a good
everyone.
one. This is going to be a good one. See you guys whenever, if ever.
14 minutes.
Right.
Take care, everyone.
Alright, hello everyone, welcome back once again to Mania 4K World Cup 2020. And this is now, once again, we're seeing bracket reset for the second time. And this is coming up from Japan versus Brazil. That is Brazil reigning victory over the first match. And we're now seeing Brazil versus Japan to be the finale of this tournament. I am Vipa and I'm joining with Patraj as the commentary. How's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm actually good. I was watching, like, my eyes glued to the screen. Japan versus Brazil. Now you're seeing the other way around. Notice that the order of the teams have been switched. That's what happens in the bracket reset, and I'm really excited to see what both of these teams can do, like on this run back. Will Brazil definitely confirm the victory? Will Japan do an anime comeback?
Yes, exactly. Although I would say that we were watching the whole time on the other channel that we have here. But all we can say is that we have no words to describe how good these teams are. Like, to be fair, I think when the Japan versus Brazil that comes out on the winners finals, it comes as no surprise that these teams are definitely the best of the best for this year. And I have no doubt that for either of the Brazilians or either of the Japanese players, it's just, this tournament is going to be one hell of a ride.
Yeah, I especially remember, like, their respective last matches. Japan in winners finals played out of their mind against Brazil. Actually beat Brazil 7-4, and Brazil actually played out of their minds out against South Korea. It was yesterday. Yeah,
it was, yes.
It was such a long time ago.
Although I can say for sure, this is one of the matches that we all wanted. Like, at the very least, though, since the podiums have been kind of switched from here on out from the last 4 years, it took around 4 years to get at least the teams are at least a bit different this time. And we saw Japan as the first to break out the 4-year mark. South Korea has been performing absolutely well and has been, like, pretty much reigning the champion like 4 times in 4K Mania World Cup at least. At this time, they are taking out the bronze here for the third place. And now we're seeing the ultimate finale of this match, Brazil versus Japan, to find out who is the champion for this tournament.
Yeah, South Korea have definitely been dethroned from the first place. Having won the first place for the last, like, 4 or 5 past years or something. It's just South Korea doesn't know second place. They only know first place and third place, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Although we're seeing I have no idea whose warm-up is, but something tells me that this has no background, something that this is basically generic warm-up.
Yeah, at this point...
Oh, wow, okay.
Interesting.
Alright, so this is Brazil's warm-up, yeah. This is Brazil's warm-up, so this is pretty generic as a warm-up. Lots of core jacks, lots of really fast moves.
Yeah,
just to keep things interesting, I guess.
I'd like to think that this is a warm-up for Anomaly. Anomaly, which Japan actually won their second point against Brazil in the previous non-bracket reset match.
Yeah, so here's the thing though, like the warm-ups that you see here, even though this is a second warm-up, players should probably be feeling a little bit colder on the side of hands there. So I guess it does kind of make sense that you would want to warm up once again to a little bit to warm yourself off for the next one.
Yeah, basically both of these teams have played a substantial amount of the map pool in the last match. They played actually 9 songs. Basically belonging to something that they've trained for a long time. It's been 2 weeks since, 2 or 3 weeks, in fact, since the map pool has been released, and they've been training their bottoms off for these consecutive matches. And these warm-ups are pretty much kind of something to get their mind off, on top of the small break that they had just now.
Oh wow, actually the patterns in itself is really hard to do. And even then, like, if you want to see that how these players are warmed up, you can look over JJ girl, Snake girl. Yes, almost at 99% there. Everyone else is just gliding across S ranks all over, except for probably AMD.
Yeah, Seeker was actually the MVP, like one of the MVPs for Tornado. I think Tornado Seeker held an absolutely insane combo.
Exactly, and this is probably what Japan really needs to warm, and it comes as a little surprise, really. Once Japan gets back on their feet, if they're back on the good shape too, they should be probably taking Brazil up front.
Yeah,
so this one is a decent warm up at the very least.
Yeah, it's a good warm up to kind of get your mind off, kind of mind block yourself on the map pool, because at this point they've played the map pool a lot of times. And Java, okay.
Japanese, I mean the rest of the Japanese is responding with Love Map, which you got Chiafa, which very, very popular. Probably one of the staple in terms of like the leaderboard, because they have so many players playing this.
An evening map as well. And 5 minutes, that's pretty long for a warm up. Kind of borderline on the rules. I think.
Yeah, I guess it's fine, because it's just the last match. You probably can just have longer warm-ups the longer that you want. It's fine. 5 minutes is generally not quite as much as we have on the Fremont pool in general. I think we have Azure Arbitrator is what, 6 minutes in total. So this is fine. Azure Arbitrator is longer, definitely longer. It's basically the longest non-tiebreaker map of the map pools. Also, we're kind of glad that they're not using the second diff, which is, I think it was Relentless Massacre. That's probably a lot more insane to play as a warm up. So this is a nice touch to warm up on the hamstring side of things. And all things considered, this is a decent contested ratio, if anything.
Yeah, I think Japan is known for their absolutely insane ratios. We've seen insane ratios from Intellizer and AM Bestia, also known as the father. But we've also seen insane ratios from Lotus, who has been performing absolutely insanely in the previous non-bracket reset match. So there's definitely some competition in the ratio territory.
Yeah, but when it comes to the final score, you really this map pool in general is considerably harder than the last year's. If you wanted to compare something like the last year, the stamina pick is absolutely insane. The hybrids are insane. Everything about it is insane. So it's just a battle of how consistent you are in this kind of.
Yeah.
And when you see players you see in the lobby right now, they have everything they have to do.
Yeah, in fact, there are only a couple of people in the world who would be able to FC any maps from the map pool live on Twitch here during a tournament setting. So this emphasizes some of the achievements that some of these players pulled off. Nate, Silitango, for example, has been pulling some insane FCs, not missing in the match. Not until the third or fourth song in. That's just nuts to me.
Yeah, this is top level gameplay we see. In terms of mania in particular, these players are definitely the best of the best to compare with the bunch. So if you see Japan's consistency, 99.87 for Intel, AMD are fodder with 99, almost 99.8 too. JHD Girl also comparing in between each other with Brazil.
Yeah, Japan definitely have an edge on pure accuracy. But the metal is not exactly accuracy friendly. Well, not too much. You've seen a lot of misses in the previous match. I'm sure you can tell that the scores are not entirely by accuracy, but also a good amount of combo going in there.
Yeah. Also, the good chunk of about the warm up and stuff is really literally, and somehow he even throws a rolly stream at you, so it doesn't really let you up too. So I guess we're kind of seeing a little bit of a mind game in terms of stamina. If Brazil still wants to ban Azure as the trader if they're banned here, and Japan probably gonna be obviously banning with a dance number or dance with a dance number at they're probably the same ban as the last matches, the two last matches.
I'm wondering if the bans are going to be the same. So, reminder: the last bans were dance number for Japan and Azure Arbitrator for Brazil. I think Japan is going to keep their bans like 100% because we've seen the differential in their Ellen skill. Even though Relive as the first pick of the previous match was getting kind of close up until the inverse section.
Yeah, exactly.
Brazil, however, might take Japan on the Zero Arbitrator. It might be going for an anomaly ban, maybe, or tornado.
Yeah, that was the same thing I was gonna say. That anomaly might be a decent choice for ban if they don't have any scores that can consistently beat Japan on. It's a decent ban at least.
Yeah, honestly, they have a lot of information. Brazil has a lot of information going from the previous match, which is basically just fresh. So this is fresh information they're going in. So there's a tactical element to this graphic reset, and Japan can do the same as well. They see that Brazil is staying out of their mind, so they can adjust their strategy. And wow, this node streak from Intellizer and AM.
They basically full combo, and you see accuracy by Intel is absolutely out of this world. There's no way to compete that on Score V2. At the very least, 996,000 on Chiafo with Score V2. There's a 200.
996K. Just unstoppable domination indeed.
It's just Intel. Intel has a V1SS on unstoppable domination. So having this score on Score V2 is absolutely nuts. I mean, AM Dusky as well, 5200s as well. Trying to compete ratio in general. Oh boy! All right, let's see the rolls here.
Oh yeah, this is the final roll. This is the final roll of MWC. Who is gonna win the final roll of MWC 2020?
Can we get a nice number for the rolls? I guess.
Can we get the dance number?
All right. 33. Oh, that's not a good roll. That's not a good roll.
Yeah, that's not.
Brazil rolls a 33. Do Japan rolls?
Oh, that's a failed roll. That's a failed roll.
Wrong command. That's the wrong command. 63.
Okay, 63. That's
wow, that was a good. Almost double the points there. So Brazil will still ban Azure. So it's the same ban. Japan will probably ban that number too.
So yeah, it will probably be the same dance.
Dance number again. All right.
Dance number again.
Yeah. So, without further ado, that's the final bans we have seen today, and we've seen for the last for the tournament. So, if they pick Anomaly as the first pick, it probably comes as no surprise. I mean, Tornado. Whoa!
What? Excuse me.
Tornado as the first pick. All right. So they want to keep warm after Chiaffa and the first one, which is Monster. So they were gonna keep it up with Tornado.
Huh, that's an interesting strategy. Going from a NetZ first strategy to a Rise first strategy. That's really interesting. We see that Japan is making use of their information already.
See, the integral part is that this score in particular, on average, on Japan, is slightly better, but it's only because that Sleep Girl kept the combo for so long that it helped the score a lot. And thus can the Intel also do the same thing, but it just matches up with the other two players. So if they can keep up the same consistency, they can keep up the same score as before, or probably even improve them, it should probably be enough to beat Brazil.
But Brazil, on the other hand, has definitely the potential to challenge Japan on this one, so it's kind of a risky pick. It's kind of a risky pick, but it's not that risky because we've seen the results last match. But it's definitely possible if something big happens.
The bracket reset match coming up with Tornado. We've seen Brazil with all mirrors, and Japan with only one mirror outside of Sleep Girl, with Sleep Girl playing with mirror.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
I don't remember
what the outcome will be.
I don't remember if we saw any mirrors in the previous match, so maybe it's a direct reaction to the previous match's results.
So far, looking a really decent start, except for Lotus there with the first drop.
Oh dear, Lotus. Not off to a great start, but it's only the start. Even though it's less than the 400 combo mark that they have that Lotus has missed, even then Sleep Girl is kind of lagging a little bit behind on accuracy, 99.4. Even then, the difference is not existing that much even. Let's be careful on the core jacks here. AM Dusky and Lotus with also the first miss. Andre as well. There's only 3 S's remaining. Oh yeah. It looks like it was definitely a decent choice for Japan.
Oh no, AM Dusky with another drop right there. Needs to keep up the composure here. It's not even the densest section yet.
Yeah, it's just a quote-unquote warm-up. The warm-up extension.
Alright, here comes the core jacks. Yeah. Andre missing the first time there on the core jacks. Keeping up the composure here. Everyone almost nailing the core jacks up by far. This comes a little bit of burst in between.
Yeah, you can see the scores are actually kind of closer than you'd imagine, and Sleep Girl is actually kind of still lagging behind in terms of accuracy compared to Lotus and Sleep Girl.
Also, Andre with a bit of a kind of accuracy drop too with the 2 misses that they have earned by far. It's even matching up with AMD there. It's just the 2 players that are trying to match each other in between accuracy. Scores are still not existing of the difference. What is that?
Yeah, it's actually challengeable for Brazil.
Alright. Here comes the staircase thing right here. Insulizer miss there. Twice
no.
there.
What?
Oh no, this can switch over back to Brazil.
It's going back to Brazil. That's what I thought would maybe happen.
Yeah, the accuracy on Brazil is so much better. Lotus with 99.76, even with a miss there.
Yeah, they really brought themselves back up.
Alright, here comes much more the same build-up as before. Insulizer missing up on the build-up here. That's good news. Twice now.
Intel.
He needs to keep on the composure because the densest section will come up right after on this build-up. After this build-up.
Yeah, there are still a few very challenging cards remaining.
Alright, here comes the below. Seems to be the first there. Watch out for the misses coming out after. The score difference is actually kind of big for what it's worth. Lotus with the first miss on that drop right there. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's gonna help.
Okay.
It's gonna help.
It's gonna help. It's not gonna be enough. It's gonna help. It's not gonna be enough. Here it comes. A little bit more core jack section, but once after that, it's gonna get into more bursty section.
Yeah, the accuracies are still staying relatively stable, but Insulizer has fallen quite hard.
Lotus with another drop. Andre! Another drop as well. There's a little bit more to go. Look at the bursty section right here after. Here it goes. Everyone kept combo on the Japanese side. Silly Bango with finding the first drop.
Oh! That might give it to Japan.
That might give the Japan equalizer also for break as well.
Oh, no,
Look,
it's equalizer, no!
Oh, the score difference! Score difference is actually going back to Japan. Andre missing once again. Here comes the last section of it.
Yo,
Oh no,
Brazil!
it's still going either
Oh,
way.
no.
The score difference is not even
It's
small.
still challengeable! It's still
The score
challengeable!
the score difference is still quite low. It's still kind of flashing back and forth.
Oh my god.
Oh no,
The
oh no,
last
it's
section
not
is easy, but
it's not gonna
still
decide yet.
nerve-wracking.
It's not gonna decide yet. The ending is still there. Watch out for it.
Please act, please act, please
Watch
act!
out for it. The ending.
And Japan
Whoa.
takes it! Japan barely takes it! Japan barely
1,600
takes it! 2,000!
Full combo by Snake
God.
absolutely carried the team.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god. That
Sleeker!
Sleeker score 984,000. It even beats Sleek Girl.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ! What was
Look at
that?
this,
What
look at
was
this
that? That was
ratio
so
too. 9-200 with 9-1 ratio.
Brazil was looking to take it. I was absolutely expecting that.
Oh my god. That's the point that Japan needed after those crazy warm-ups they had.
Oh my god. This was way closer than last time. This was way closer than the previous match.
This is what Japan needs to be back in shape. And then Brazil has to pick here. Brazil can go probably on the Lomno side or even probably just go to Taihate. They're gonna go for Heathens. That's also a good choice. That's also a good choice for Brazil.
We've seen the results in the last match, and Heathens was definitely in the favor of Brazil. Definitely in the favor of Brazil.
So this is what probably the most convincing win for Brazil in Heathens in particular. So this is really probably gonna be exactly the same thing, except if they have more column blocks on their side. So let's see if Brazil can still keep up with the score difference is way above as before.
Yeah, column blocks is basically the enemy of everyone in the finals, grand finals. You name it. And remember, Initializer hates this map.
Yeah, it's really hard to come down if this chart is in particular kind of harsh to column lock, but it's at the same time it's gonna be really hard to add to.
Yeah, it's really a challenge act-wise, because the timings on the releases are pretty tough.
All right, let's see here.
So all the players get a little intro break to kind of rest a little bit more until the charge really starts.
I can probably rest a little bit here because the hard section is coming out right after the right of the drop there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's a little late on the early low star accuracy territory here, but nothing big.
Yeah, nothing too major at the point. If it's just the releases on the easy section, it shouldn't be as comes as no surprise really to consider everything on the drop.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here comes the drop.
There we go.
So far, is really looking good for Brazil there. AKC.
Oh,
Oh no,
nice.
Andre with the first drop here. Okay, there's not too much to rest here because that's just one column lock.
Oh, in terms of accuracy, it's looking sustainable.
Oh no, the
And,
scores are flashing back and forth here. Oh no.
Yeah, crew cake kind of lagging. Oh,
Oh,
Initializer
wow.
dropping hard.
It's Liza finally dropping on that combos. He's missing yet again. Score difference is going back to Brazil again.
Ouch. That was a really hard drop from Initializer.
This is... I think this is pretty convincingly goes to Brazil here. Like I said before, the last match was around 80,000 ish. This difference is looking really good. Even though Andre with a miss, it's probably not going to be enough.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough. It's not as drastic of a drop as Equalizers.
Yeah, looking at the end of the chart here, there doesn't seem to be any more crucial drops from Brazil right here. The chart is as easier as it gets. Even the crew cave with a bit of a column lock there. Oh, Andre missing that too. Yeah, even there, it's not going to be nearly enough to upset the different point difference there.
Yeah, not nearly enough nodes to pick it back up. Nate with the 981k. Full combo. Respect.
That's 18, 17. That's a really decent full combo for both of them. Stinker was also with a full combo as well.
Mm-hmm. Basically, sibling scores between Lotus and Silly Fangirl. Basically the same ratio as well. Now it's going to be interesting to see what Japan is going to decide in terms of strategy, because they changed things up. Are they going to go for the other one? They're going for a Rise. So Beta and Dolphin. So that's nothing new. That's something that wasn't played. Last match. So this is brand new information.
Yeah, I think this is probably the first pick that they go with for Japan Brazil in particular.
Yeah, this is new.
See, the thing is that I have no idea what to call for here. At least for Beta and Dolphin, in my mind, I think they're both really good at that. They're both really good at speed jack in particular.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that Brazil was able to challenge Japan on Rise, but at the same time, Japan can count on accuracy if they're proficient on the math, which is not 100% guaranteed. So Beta and Dolphin, I don't really know how it's going to go, and Japan must be thinking the same, which is why they did not pick it outright in the last match.
I mean, let's hope for it, because speed jacking is one polarizing skill set that is really hard to get through. And really banking on Andre at the very least, because Andre didn't perform that very well on against Andrea. So this is one of the difference that you need to look for. Even though Insulizer with a mirror mod. Oh no, Andre early drop right there.
So far so good. Insulizer 99.93. Just no more.
Not even the Nexus card yet. Let's see what you have here. Oh wow! And Afara and Lotus. What with Lotus missing? Yeah, but even then, Scorley is jumping to 10 right here. 99.9 for Insulizer. Up until this point, we come to the Jack section here. Oh no, Insulizer is missing out. Andre and Silly Girl as well. Only Silly Fangirl with only the FC remaining. Andre is getting busy. Andre's really not doing well on the Jack here. Just give it a miss right there. Or it's actually kind of shifting goes to Brazil, but Lotus is also dropping too.
Yeah, it's still towards Japan at this point, and they can afford a few more misses. It's just a few though.
Yeah, this is looking really good for Japan here. Although it might be. Oh wow, Silly Fangirl is right at the end, dude.
What was that?
Right at the very end. 31,000 points. That is insane.
Excuse me, Nate. Nate.
Hey, look at everyone's score. None of them are above 10 200s. Getting single-digit 200s are insane. Even then, if you look at the Silly Fangirl, it almost V1 double S, if only for that 100 and a miss right there.
This is so funny. This is so funny and ridiculous at the same time. Oh,
I mean, Korjaks do the same sometimes, so fine. Although Sayahate is the pick, no surprise here for Brazil.
Yeah, we can see the card being wrong on the screen, but no biggies, no biggies.
Yeah, a bit of fixing here on out on the map card, but it shouldn't be too bad regardless if you want to show it on screen. But regardless, we have seen that Japan took 2 points against Brazil with 1 point. So this is looking like a really interesting investment to look at Japan here for the most part, because Japan has been looking to be back in shape in particular.
Is this the anime comeback that I've been hoping for?
I mean, it may be, but even then they still have to keep up with winning 4 more points to guarantee a tiebreaker spot. Same for just Brazil, even though Brazil needs 5. And this pick here by Brazil should probably have no doubt of taking this, because that's the point difference that they need for.
Yeah, we saw what happened last match on Sayahate. Sayahate being the song that closed the first match, which is why we're seeing that bracket reset right now.
Oh, Insolite's a little bit of a beast thing right here. Yeah, alright, there you go.
That's good.
Alright, Sleeko is kind of falling a little bit behind in accuracy, like we've seen before on the last match before.
Yeah,
But,
not up to a
oh
great song.
wow, with the first drop right now. Alright, here comes the Korjak, Let's see what anyone plays on the streams right here. No one actually does. But the score difference is actually kind of small even then.
Yeah, it's because of the accuracies.
Yeah, 99.6 all across Brazil, and here comes the streams here. This is really chokeable. Kruke is rushing up that late. Andre missing too. Oh wow, score difference is really small. Score difference is really small. Okay, this is combo versus
accuracy.
More transition.
This is combo versus accuracy right now.
Yeah, it comes down to accuracy. Lucas and Silverfinger has been keeping up at 99.7 all across. No one in Brazil has even touched that.
Yeah.
Alright, here comes the trill. Kruke missing on the trill there. Alright, here comes the point that Brazil needs here. Brazil needs to not lose this. Oh, Andre messing up that too. Oh my god. Alright, the 10,000 point difference is a little bit of a buffer, but even then they still need to focus on hitting the last section of it.
Yeah, it's still looking challengeable for Japan.
Still looking good for Brazil. There's a little bit to go. There's a little bit of a release inverse coming up right after. Insulizer finally missing multiple times there.
Wow. Yeah, that's not good for Japan.
Oh wow, Stinger also missing too. There's no full combos from Japan, and they should probably say they go to Brazil. I don't think there's any more choke points to have here. Just cruising down to victory, and Andre, even though missing tonight, it's not gonna matter that much.
It was looking doable for Japan at some point, but Brazil's just too powerful.
Very solid runs from all of these players. Look at 8-200s on Sayahate too. 10-200, and what is that ratio, Lucas? Oh my god. 8-2-1.
Oh my god. Nate just keeps popping off.
Oh, this is finally picking up Edison. Oh wow, this is also. Oh, okay. That's not the right map card too, but yeah. All right, we're probably gonna be fixing up the map card at least, but Edison is the interesting choice by Japan, because I don't think we've seen. Okay, we have seen Edison first time on the winners finals against Brazil, so it might become a little closer at this time. So it's really hard to predict who's gonna win on this, because they're back in shape, so they should be relatively comfortable with this pick either way.
Yeah, Japan is definitely going the Rise route this time around, and it seems to be working out way better than first time around. So,
even though you can say that this is probably a bit better pick, they're still winning one of the picks by the skin of their teeth. So it's not probably that straight by any means. So it's really hard. It's very hard to predict. And Edison is the one pick that is really polarizing on one specific pattern, which is the mini Jackie jump stream. So this is one of those things that is really, really basing off the performance on the last match.
Mm-hmm. I think we can see Japan coming back to SVs later on, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is probably they wouldn't really want to risk every rice fix because they have already warmed up this far, and SB should be relatively be warmed up by the other players who is playing on them. Here comes Snake with the first miss right there. That's not good. Not a good sign. Really good start by Brazil so far, although the accuracy for Killer Mania is kind of rivaling with AM Duskia.
Yeah, kind of a weird matchup. It's kind of a...
Everyone nailing the first stream on Edison. What? By Brazil right there.
You're kind of dropped in terms of accuracy though, a little bit.
All right, let's go. Sligo missing the second time.
Oh. Jesus,
Killer Mania rushing a lot there, 98%.
Oh dear.
Oh god. Okay, the score difference is actually not that big because of the drops by almost everyone. Lotus and Silly Prangulas keeping up in 99.7 and 8 respectively. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was just busy watching them pop off. Absolutely.
Here comes the last stretch. Here comes the last stretch right here. This one stream is you don't want to miss right here. Here comes the rap battle. Oh my god, the scores are really insane. The combos can be kept apart.
God, any drop could be major.
Any drop could be really harsh. Slay Girl though. Slay Girl missing. Lotus missing finally for the first time. But even then, that's just 3-4 missed total outside of 1 by Lotus.
Yeah, Lotus's misses do not tip his accuracy at all.
Oh wow, this point is devastating for Japan right here. Oh wow, Lotus in the flutter. Missing out on the last set of streams.
Yeah, that's not
good to be it for Edison. Brazil's gonna take the break point.
It's not good for Japan.
Yeah, this point is devastating for Japan as they lost their pick on Edison, taking out the point to Brazil 4-205 by Lotus. What is that ratio even? 10-213 for both Insolent and Duskia.
Phenomenal. Just
jeez. Those are really good scores. Don't get me wrong. Like all of them are really insane.
Nate and Antonizer are basically brothers in ratio right now.
Yeah, exactly. This is when you're very comfortable at speed at some points, Intel can definitely match up into the ratio. But this is really harsh, and Lancelot is gonna be picked by Brazil here. Really, as comes as no surprise.
Yeah, we've seen previous matches as well, Lancelot being picked by Brazil, and Brazil getting kind of a landslide victory, but it could go either way again because of column locks.
My biggest worry about this pick is that it's really hard to predict whenever who's gonna column lock, and at this point in time when some column locks are just really bad brushing or bad chaining at some point, it's just gonna be really harsh their accuracy. So it's really hurting the score difference, if anything.
Yeah, we're gonna see if Japan does better on this one, and we'll see if Brazil can sustain an acceptable performance to win the point again.
See, my biggest worry about when dealing with Longos with Japan here, because Kruke has showing up behind a lot of bad runs. Sleep Girl with also a bit of column box too. So it's really hard to top Brazil's performance, but again, the column locks decide everything, so you can't really tell. Here goes the pick number 6 here. For Brazil, we have Lancelot.
Lancelot, the column lock battle.
Comes out a bit of a surprise there. Here we go. Watch the column locks go by. Andre messing up a really first intro there. That's 95%.
Is that a curse? I don't know.
That's really messing up. Even then, that's probably a total of 10 misses on that intro alone, which is not good. And everyone in Japan nailing on the first inverse there. It's gonna give a lead to Japan, but not by much even. Andres climbing back up to 98% after that.
Yeah, Japan can definitely maintain an acceptable performance on the song. So if Brazil...
Oh wow, okay, Andre! Finally missing out there. Oh wow, the lead's taking back to Brazil here. Andre messing up the column lock too. Sleek Girl as well.
Jeez.
Sleek Girl messing up. K as well. That's good. Lee's gonna go switch back to Brazil.
Yeah, everyone on Japan has missed. And,
this is really harsh. Andre recovered from these column locks before, and it's even better, has better score than K and Sleek Girl.
Yeah, it's looking towards Brazil right now, but there's still like the other half of the song left.
The other half being chord jacks right here. See what it comes out first. Andre messing out. That's a bit of a shy column lock right there. It's not by much. Again, missing right after that. They go messing up with the inverse. K as well. K off. Another column lock there.
Ouch! Oh my god, K!
Oh wow!
That feels so bad for
97.5! Here comes the last of the inverse. Andre messing up with the intro, the inverse of the speed up there. Everyone across everyone else, even only FC Big Silly Fangirl with 99.6, trying to rival up on Keith, finally missing up as well. Was a lot of misses on the Japan side though.
Oh my
it's
god.
Probably Japan is not looking to win this, and Brazil wins their own pick.
Yeah, this is again a landslide victory, and oh my god. K got annihilated.
Yeah, 21 misses. And look at that even. Andre has more misses than K, and just because of the intro alone, 22 misses across 21. But that's, again, in Japan makes anomaly. Let's go!
Also, Nate, can we talk?
Comes out as a surprise. Anomaly is probably one of the last bits of the Japan that has the ropes here. Anomaly is probably the better suited pick for that situation.
We've seen Japan get the first points on Anomaly last match, so can they get a repeat? I think it was a pretty substantial lead as well, so it's looking like a safer pick than Edison was, or any other remaining Rise pick.
Yeah, see, we have maybe 5 that we saw quite before, Anomaly. And also, yeah, first Kilamazia Lotus for staying in Brazil.
Didn't we see a different players for Anomaly last match?
On Brazil or Japan in particular?
Both actually. I don't think Gil played Anomaly or Vi.
Gil absolutely played Anomaly against South Korea at the 3rd place match in particular. And I think Japan doesn't like Japan. Verify is like the integral 3rd SB player for Anomaly, and Slave Girl is mainly playing for the Galvanize. So the roster keeps staying the same for Japan.
I don't know why it kind of looked different to me in the previous Japan versus Brazil.
Also, fun fact: Anomaly has been picked 6th out of 7, which is by far the most picked SB, I guess. So this is probably one of the more favorites for the teams, I guess. So let's go.
Yeah, a pretty big difference from last year is when SB was kind of primarily banned, I think.
Looking a good start for both teams here. Doesn't look like they have many issues on releasing LMs here. Except for probably Lord Forbidden have a little bit of a drop in 200s. But we'll see what it goes here.
Yeah, just a decent start so far, I guess.
So far, so good. Intel with 99.9. What is he doing? Jeez, what is that? Okay, that's a little bit. Oh wow, there's a beautiful drop from Lotus there.
Yeah, that's definitely dipping Lotus under.
Oh wow, Kruke also trading up there. Score is even still goes to Japan's side with Intel with 99.9.
Yeah, Intelizer just showing consistency, extreme consistency on.
Okay, there's a bit of 200s for the teleport right there, but it's not even close that much. 200s for Lotus on the releases there. This is really crucial point for Japan here, and they don't want to miss that.
Yeah, the other players on Brazil trying to catch
everyone nailing on the stop there. Lotus except for that.
Oh no, Lotus.
98.7%. This is not the optimal run by Lotus by any means, and even then, that still lose to very high with the 98.9, even though with an FC2. Lotus finally missing again. Gil messing on the teleport, messing the fast slam on there.
Yeah, that's
20,000 points is a big lead too, so it's really hard to gauge if Brazil can come back from this.
That's looking pretty substantial for Japan. A quite big lead, and it's going to take more than a few misses for Brazil to catch up.
And so we're still holding up at a 99.8. Everyone else, I guess, there's a bit of like the second best player on Japan, which is like 99.5 even, and that still beats like every single player. Verify also beats Lotus too, so it's really hard to come back from this. Even then, you have to really messing up the jacks on the back quarter of the song.
Yeah, absolutely, and Intellizer's absolute lead is helping Japan a lot in terms of their lead. So even if Kruke and Kai are ahead of their respective matchups for now, they can afford to dip a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Japan can afford to miss like 5 times, and they would still be fine because Lotus had dropped for quite significantly as well as Guillemazia. Alright, last section here. This is only hope for Brazil to really nail those jacks and really hoping to Japan to miss here, but it's really unlikely. Intel with the 200, really shying a little bit of below 99.8. We'll see the jack section coming up here.
Yeah, so far no one dropping. The last drop was
everyone nailing it.
Jeez.
Alright, here comes a little last bit of teleport. I think Intel can get to 99.8 at this point. Oh, Kruke messing up the teleport there. Oh, I think there's not much time left in the chart. And I think that would probably seal the deal for Japan here. And that would be it. 20,000 points of lead there. Intelizer with 99.8%. That's probably the best we have seen so far. Oh my god. 200.
Oh
my god.
Dear.
345. 345 hundreds. What?
Intelizer is just so.
200s.
Intelizer is just so consistent on this. I don't know how.
Here's the thing. Intel 5 times FC anomaly and consecutive. And that's probably even his better score too. Jeez.
Just Intelizer things, you know.
That's consistency. That is really what Japan has here. But they still are not out of the woods yet. They're still down by 1 point.
Yep.
And Brazil needs to win 3 more points, and hoping that they can break up a point from Japan.
Yeah, Japan absolutely needs a break point at least against Brazil, but
oh no, Violent Arcade. I don't like this pick very much.
Yeah, the breakpoint could happen on Violence Arcade, speaking of which, yeah.
See, I can appreciate that this pick is can be picked by Japan, but picked by Brazil doesn't look like it's a safe pick even. Since I think Brazil lost Violent Arcade against Japan, right? On the women's finals.
I mean, what are the alternatives?
See, they can go with this Mania, and they can also go with Break Big Ben once again.
Yeah, Break Big Ben was kind of dangerous as well, though.
See, like, the thing is that the Break Big Ben, they have solid runs because everyone's back in shape, so it's just really comes down to, like, if players are really much upholding against Japan, and Japan that probably has a better score, Break Big Ben, but it's not probably that far off against Brazil. And Brazil has so much better scores, like Break Big Ben, for example.
Was Relive picked yet?
I think Relive was picked in like the first match of the grand finals on this one, but it's not really a safe pick either because it can go either to Brazil or it can go to Japan. It basically depends on how you call them up the most.
Yeah, we've seen Relive actually be closed like before the inverse section, so that might be why Brazil is not going for Relive again.
Crooked staying for Violent Arcade, that's kind of concerned. That concerns me because Sleek Girl is probably a little better suited for this. I mean, I'm really hoping that Crooked is better, like performance-wise against Sleek Girl for this one.
This is rather curious, but we'll roll it.
It's just the intro. It's nothing too much to look over. Let's see here. Let's see. It's a bit of a L section coming over and over. It should be relatively fine for the most part. It's just the accuracy battle in terms of like how. Oh wow, AMD messed up on the element. Crooked as well. AMD. This is not a good sign.
Oh,
Andre messing up as well.
Yeah, for now, it's looking like Japan has more misses than Brazil, so still kind of a zone of comfort for Brazil.
Yeah, I mean, it's really comes down to like more on the messing up on the stream or on the brokenness of it. So it's really hard to do. It's really hard to predict here. I mean, there's some bit of LS right here, but I guess it's not that much of a concern for Brazil right now. You can see here the break section that everyone will probably have the more sort of choco, because I have done this before and I've done misses on the break section too. So it's really you don't want to miss right here.
Oh yeah.
The section is deceptively harder, deceptively hard even to get through. And I think everyone looks like nailing this.
Yeah, in tournament setting, anything like anything break-wise is pretty dangerous because you gotta let your guard down a little bit, and if you let your guard down, then things happen.
All right, here's the last stretch of the broken dump stream here. Let's see what messes the most here. I think this is probably safe for Brazil, but it's like the score difference is not that far off even.
I'd say it's substantial compared to where we are in the song. It's basically reaching the end now.
Yeah, I think Brazil will still got this even there. We have a miss there. Oh, even Intellizer break on that on the last section here. And that is it for Violent Arcade. Brazil will take this. Wow,
yeah,
that was a really good team score too.
Yeah, absolutely insane performance.
both 9-200.
Insane performance from
Jeez,
from
that ratio too. Those ratios are insane.
That is insane. Absolutely destroying the thing.
Yeah, this is like everyone like above 99%. It just goes to show that like these players are like they're godlike. What? I mean, Japan can go with Galvanize, I think, or probably Relive if they want to break their form, I guess. But it's kind of hard to look at because there's not a lot of choices left.
Yeah, no, I don't think Japan would go for Relive. I'd say Galvanize is a possibility. Break Big Bang could be a possibility. Save this on phone. I have no idea.
Synthesophone is just basically if you're really harsh on the ending too, because you have to really nail the ending and not even bad rushing the ending. And the ending is just basically jump trills to trills. Synthesophone, what? Japan thinks the synthesophone.
Yeah, because
Jeez.
phone is basically rice oriented, but it's really techy. So I was wondering if Japan could handle it.
Yeah, Japan. This is a risky move, but even if it's a risky move, it probably might pay it off there.
Yeah, we know that Nate, Silly Fango, can be very proficient. Silly Fango definitely has like the proficiency to handle the stack pick. I don't really know for Japan if they're like 100% consistent on it. On Brazil's side, I think in terms of raw skill, they might have the advantage, but Japan might have the advantage in terms of accuracy. We'll just have to see. I don't know how this is going to turn out.
Oh no.
Wait.
Kruke staying for this though? See, this is the thing. This is like two picks that we've seen. We haven't seen Sleep Girl, and this is probably my favorite Sleep Girl by much because this is really technical. There's a little bit of a disadvantage on the accuracy on Japan, so it's really hard. And Gilman's messing up on the burst right there. It's just a burst, and it's really not that much of a 400 combo mark.
It's basically a Gil bonk.
Right, they can't rest on this. Watch out for the rolling jump drill. Kruke missing up there.
Kruke.
I'm not so sure here because see, like this section is probably a little bit easier than the rest, and I mean, like obviously you can see like accuracy is flying around, and even then Kruke,
Oh,
was, it's a little bit out of reach to play on this one. Like across like everyone else, I think Gil has like the lowest accuracy in Brazil, but that still beats Kruke by like a 15,000 points, and that saves much. Lotus is missing there too. That's only AMD and Intellizer with the full combo too.
Yeah, AMD.
Oh wow, Intellizer might have breaking out there.
Yeah, AMD seems to not hold as much in terms of accuracy, despite the full combo though. Yeah, this is really technical, and this might be a bit too technical to hack, actually, so...
Yeah, it's a little bit out of reach to like accuracy, like in for particular Gilman's and Kruke as well. Lotus and Gilman's have quite a chaining misses there. It's only the last section of the trails right here.
Yeah, but the map is ending.
The trails right here. Wow!
Oh my god,
Dude,
this
the Japanese
trail.
player missing. Wow, and that secures a tiebreaker spot for Brazil, and they need one more point to crown themselves as a champion of the Mania 4K World Cup 2020.
Just
and
one more point.
Just one more point. A200s as well for Nate. Let's not slash on that either. That is really good score for like every single player in the lobby too. And they picked Relive.
Oh. I mean...
See, the thing is that if they're not too much of a if they don't have that much of a problem, they should be fine? Question mark?
I think Relive is actually the safest pick for Brazil that is remaining. I don't see any other pick on Relive that is safer for Brazil. So this is basically, theoretically, logically, the thing to pick for Brazil. Otherwise, they could have picked Break Big Bang, which is also risky.
Yeah, but the thing is that, like, if you would compare, like, Brazil, I would probably, if I were, like, a Brazil, I would probably just Break Big Bang over this, though. It had such a good run on like, the previous runs, too. Even though it's a little bit slightly worse than they have here, it's still, like, it's probably noticeable, at least because of how the absence of the other players, too.
it's debatable though. It's pretty debatable. But Brazil can afford to lose at least 1 point on Relive, and if they don't win this pick, they can attempt a point on Break Big Bang.
Alright, so this is the thing because Intel plays a lot first. So, oh wow, okay, yeah. Dusky doesn't look like he's having much more fun here. On the inverse, this is really harsh. I think that's also a significant, I mean not too significant of the column block either, because that's not the hardest section yet.
Yeah, not looking
too hot here, because I think that the accuracy by Brazil at the very least of the intro is super good. It's still just around shy of like 7,000 for that column block score difference. So it's not too significant for the time being.
Yeah, the score difference is not too big yet. Anything with super skills.
Here we go to chorus here. We're going to call them. Oh no, JHD girl! That's a bit of a call off right there too.
Yeah, that's not good.
This is not good here. I think that's two major column locks on their side, and none of the Brazil has column lock yet. And even then, the accuracy drops is like good itself.
Yeah, honestly, Brazil is looking like a solid block of cheese with no holes at all.
It's just the first chorus. I think there's a little hope the second chorus, and Andre messing up the mini jack there. The mini jack on the first column.
Andre's
it's just a miss too, so it's not really that much of a problem either.
Yeah, you could see the accuracy just staying up there.
Just really hoping that the second chorus will keep themselves back up, and hoping that it will choke massively on the column locks given here. Here we go, second chorus here. Oh no, they go messing up really bad. That's not good for Japan. Also Brazil too, with Hewitt missing out finally on the first call. I guess the first miss, I guess. It's not really that much of a call.
Yeah, it's not that much of an accuracy drop at all. Still sustaining a very good...
I guess here comes the solo, which I guess solo is a little bit more prone. But I guess the score difference is actually very big here. So it's really hard to nail it. And Dusky went with the first pistol solo. Messing up Andre as well. Andre messing up a couple times. Cute as well.
There's just too much of a lead from Brazil, so they could afford this miss in the feast. But
there's still one more.
The final chorus.
There's still one more chorus. Even though Intel and Silly Franco are doing their best of their own, it's just 20,000 points of difference. And 20,000 point difference is like, if a major combo happens in Brazil, that would probably kill the difference. It isn't Sneeko messing up with that. Yeah.
Cute though. Still.
Yeah, there's a little bit more to go. Oh wow, Sneeko finally again, column up once again.
Oh, no.
And I think that probably seals it. And Dusky as well, messing up. And I think that seals it. I think Brazil will take the last point of this match too. If everything that doesn't go wrong, that should be it.
Yeah, I think everyone's gonna pack their bags because we're all
gonna go. And they won finally the last point. Brazil takes on Japan 7-3, and they are crowned champions of Mania 4Q World Cup 2020, winning on a reset 7-2 again and 7-3. And Japan will take the second place, take the silver medal on their own, and we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Brazil is finally your champion of 2020. Congratulations to Brazil and congratulations to Japan. Very well deserved win and very well deserved places for them. And also congratulations to South Korea as well for taking the third place as well. Very, very well deserved for this year.
Huge matches. I hope everyone's ready. Everyone has their bags ready because we're going to Brazil. This is the year of Brazil. Congratulations.
This is the year of Brazil. This is the golden year of Brazil, where we finally have the 4-year streak of South Korea winning on 4-key finally being back down, and we have got Brazil for this year. And we have Andre, Sillyfanger, Rem, Gilmerziad, Cute, and Lotus as their main of the roster. Japan as well, Interlizer, AM Dusky, 1996, Crew K, Fairy Fight, and JH Lead Girl. And as well, don't forget of South Korea, we got Cal Kai, Transcendence, Bob Fury, Seros, and the other two, which is I forgot their names actually.
God, no! Why would you do this?
But anyway, really well deserved win for them as well.
Wow, this has been an insane World Cup. Just in all territories, just maps, players, events, chokes, upsets, many upsets. Oh God.
This has been a wild year for this particular Mania World Cup. There has been like very unpredictable matches. In terms of upsets, in terms of like how map will structure in particular, it has been improved a ton, and it is really what separates from like the last year's World Cup as well. And this has been the golden year as well for Mania World Cup in particular. You have the same. Yeah, I guess we have the little bit set up for the podium as well. A little bit of a different sets of events, a different winner, and we have a different team roster as well. And then they're all set to get to this Mania World Cup. And we have Brazil as the main event and wins Mania 4K World Cup 2020. And we are going to see the tiebreaker show match.
Oh yeah, we're going to see show match to close the stream off, to close the World Cup off, and see the last tiebreaker, Tojita Sekai, a Camellia song. Well, Camellia is
Who would have been surprised? We would have been surprised if we have seen more Camellia tiebreakers, and this is no joke. We have another Camellia too. We have Naked Snowmelt, we have Farewell to Today, we have Tojita Sekai as the finale of this tiebreaker. Although to be fair, looking at the stats right now, only Cannabis Cultivation and Synergy is being played as the real actual tiebreaker. Farewell to Today, Necros Snowmelt, and Tojita Sekai hasn't been played once. And I don't know if this is actually like coincidence or not. Those are mint charts. That's actually really surprising.
Okay, so are you saying this is a conspiracy either to avoid Camellia tiebreakers or to avoid mint tiebreakers? Or both?
I mean, I'm not quite so sure about that, because technically Tojita Sekai was a collab between Min, myself, and Abraxas. So we got a bit of a backstory around there. But even then, Synergy, which is Crystal Lane or Lovely Saturday, and myself as a collab, is also being picked once for the tiebreaker. So yeah, we're gonna see the finale of this tournament. We have Tojita Sekai being played as the last tribute to. We've seen Brazil and Japan just looking out to play for fun, just to see what it goes up for them.
Yep. I have no idea. I have no idea if any of those teams have actually practiced this, because I don't know if any of the teams actually expected to go into tiebreaker.
I mean, I would hope so that the tiebreaker will be practiced at least a few times, because this has a lot of tricky SVs by myself that I made, in which they are really hard to get. Also, I will say that this tiebreaker, if in my opinion and the other map selectors find this lackluster at certain points. So I guess we digress for this. But I mean, this is a fairly well fit for the end of the tournament.
Yeah. I think as a song choice, it's a good song to close the tournament with.
Also,
At
I
least.
would say though, like even though the chart is lackluster, I guess I should also thank you for the contributors for finding the background for Jujutsu Senkai.
The background.
Finding the background is no easy task, and you have a lot of suggestions for this. So yeah, big thanks for the other people, and I know who you are. So yeah, really very good job finding the background for the tiebreaker.
Yeah, that was an adventure and a half. I saw it unravel in front of my eyes as well. I think there were at least like 20 candidates' backgrounds that we found all over the internet. It's pretty fun.
Alright, we got to the very first column section, and we got to a little bit more drop section of the tiebreaker itself.
By the way, now is the time to come to Brazil. Vai Brasil!
Vai
Wow.
Brasil!
Vai Brasil!
Really, I guess pretty much thrown in a little bit of a triple deck there, but I mean it's a little bit of a homage to like every single tiebreaker that we have seen so far.
Oh, that is actually breaking the triple deck.
Basically, what it says in the description is it's just speed maps. So it's it kind of explains it.
Yeah, I think Mint was done with her part maybe hours before the map will showcase.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah. Also, fingers crossed if they know the SBs of this.
Let's see.
Let's see if the SBs oh, they're actually correcting this line. Oh no, never mind.
Whoops.
Wow, everybody kind of messing around the SBs there. It's really harsh. I guess I can kind of say that the last bit of this is actually really hard. I think everyone will mostly choke over here. Yeah, there you go. Everyone except the intel. That part rough.
And the slow jam, of course.
I guess I should also mention that that this particular Mania World Cup that we have been spending like around 4 to 5 months in the making of the map pool. So we have a little bit of a more preparation. So I guess I should say that the map pools are at least a little bit more refined, even though there's a bias of anything. I should mention that I would also thank the map pool helpers as well for finding and probably charting custom charts in this particular. And we also, we'd also to thank the other contributors as well, the commentary, the referees, also the host as well, for having an amazing run of the tournament as well. And of course, for the players and for the teams that are also playing in this tournament too. This is by far, hands down, the best Mania World Cup that we've probably ever made out of it.
And basically, this might mark a new era of MWC, because new era of MWC in terms of organization, maybe new era in terms of teams that compose the top 3. New era because it's not a South Korea World Cup anymore. New era because it's Brazil era, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean this is what comes down to. Like, we have seen like basically South Korea have been dominating from 2016 to 2019, and this is just really what expected tournament events really. And right now this year, Brazil has shown that they dominate, and this is what their year has been for them.
Also, it goes without saying that we also thank you all at home for watching all the matches and supporting your teams. And I'm sure all of the teams are really grateful for your support. And also, thank you to everyone who purchased the banners. The banners. So if you purchased a Brazilian banner, it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay a pretty long time after the tournament, at least until next MWC. So
And yeah, and as we nearing the end of the tiebreaker. Also, I should mention that these scores are insane. They are absolutely insane. Only Silly Fangirl or Nay are above 99%, which is very basically capable of playing really, really hard stuff.
Yeah, I think
that
Nate
is
or
the tiebreaker.
Yeah, Nate with the 964k.
964,000 points. That is ridiculously good for them. And it's also, again, I should extend once again congratulations to both of these teams and also for South Korea for taking the third place. Like I said before, this has been the year for Mania World Cup 4K 2020. And this is no doubt, hands down, like I've seen to witness the year of Mania World Cup. Brazil is the winner.
Yep.
Well, it was an amazing match. what can I say? So yeah, this is an match that probably a lot of people will want to see Brazil winning the Osumania 4K World Cup 2020. Second place to Japan, well deserved, and on third place we will have South Korea, also well deserved for them. Is actually it was a pretty well ride. I know Mifa and Patrage and everyone here on the tournament team have the same words for this one. I think it was pretty interesting to see not only this match, not only the 2K people that were actually invested into this match. I thank you so much, everyone that is actually on the Twitch chat right now. We worked so long for this to actually end here with this top-notch match. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I am pretty happy for this to actually have happened after
it is
so many
very
years.
nice. Yeah, it is very nice to end on a happy note. That this time around, Mania World Cup 4K 2020 isn't disappoint. It doesn't disappoint at all. Except, especially when you see teams that are basically really, really dominant on every single matches, on every single team, every single day they have to beat over group stage to finals and to even grand finals. This doesn't disappoint at all. There's so many events that we have to talk about, but nevertheless, this has been the year for Brazil, and this has also been the year for Japan too, because Japan is also, in fact, isn't winning from in 2016 to 2019, and they finally come out once again on the podium for 2020.
Yeah, I think this is Japan's best placement ever in MWC. So this is basically a great achievement for Japan.
They actually tied the second place from 2015.
Yeah, this has been Japan's best placement ever since 2015, and this has been also the second place for 2020, which really is a good accomplishment to break across the top 6 and finally break across top 2 even. Even landing on the podium is absolutely a feat in itself.
Especially over South Korea.
Yeah, especially over South Korea, that is unbeatable across every year from 2016 to 2019.
Yeah, but for now, I think this is a very happy note to end this tournament. Again, I need to thank everyone that is first one that actually was the host other years. Actually, this is my first time fully hosting this tournament. I need to thank everyone on the Mapu Selectors team, Mint and you, Mifa, for actually take this while right. Also, April for actually helping us on the late game. Everyone on the Mapo helpers, everyone on the commentators, the referees, spread cheaters, everyone that was playing, because the MWC wouldn't be a thing if there wasn't players here, and even the Twitch chat with the older support, playing with Bingo, playing with every game that we have. I think this is a pretty happy note. I hope I will see you soon on MWC 2021. So for now,
Yeah.
I think this will be a little of a break until OWC, that is the next World Cup happening. So I think for now, it's time to say goodbye, as some other son said. But yeah, aquí Brazil for some people. This really the year of Brazil, all the top.
Yeah, and as we end for the stream for the Mania 4K World Cup 2020, and I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye until next year. And I think there's not a lot more to say, and unless you have something to say for Petrorush, I think.
Parabéns.
Parabéns. Okay.
Parabéns and
Parabéns.
omedetou for Japan for taking out the
Yeah.
second place, and South Korea for taking third place. And I guess this is where we say goodbye for next year. So
See ya,
we
people.
have
See ya. I love you all.
Take care.
Petrorush
Love you.
and Walter and Mifa are signing off. See you next year, and see you next time.
I can feel the